I like to start this AFC West preview off with a little story. I was actually in Vegas this last weekend, Las Vegas, first time ever, and we had to rep the Chiefs stuff.
Did you?
Although my buddy Ian, he's been on the show. Fans of the show know it, but he walked past the same security guard like 3 times, and every time that security guard said "man" and then would say something funny into his radio, and I was like, I wonder if he does this to every Chiefs fan or if he just knows and keeps running the same bit. But like, it was just great to every time I wore anything Chiefs, like everybody would be like, "Man, this is a Raiders city," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, okay, dude. Yeah, I'm sure it is." They're like, "It runs deep." I was like, "Dude, they've been here for 3 years. What do you mean?" It's just. But the best part, we were sitting at like a blackjack table, and the dealer was talking about Allegiant Stadium, and she was like, "It's our stadium, and we really enjoy it, but we don't really welcome the Chiefs." I was like, "That's crazy, because the Chiefs have never lost in that stadium." So I really enjoyed my time with the AFC West, in the AFC West city of Las Vegas. But let's get into the preview. We're here,
Truman,
with Ben.
Several cities are like that. Mahomes has never lost to Denver either.
Never lost in Denver, and he never lost in Los Angeles either.
I would say Denver also probably doesn't welcome Chiefs fans, but in the words of Mitch Holtis, you can doubt the Chiefs, you can dislike the Chiefs, you can disrespect the Chiefs, but you're going to have to fucking deal with the Chiefs.
Hell yeah. Welcome down, that's true. No, play the music. No. Is it playing? What is happening?
Did you
Sorry,
click?
I said the F
Why
word.
is the music not
No, you're
playing?
good.
No, you had a great intro, and it didn't play. What is happening?
Man.
Oh, we muted it. Who muted
Not
it?
again.
We muted the music. No. We're good on the mics.
Okay.
We're good on the mics. We muted the music.
Well, at least it wasn't 40 minutes in. So
Yes.
there's that.
Okay, here we go.
Here? There you go. Welcome to Dahm, that's true.
Season 3 finale, by the way.
Oh, welcome everybody back to another episode of Dahm, that's true. Of course, I'm your host of the most true Steam Machine scene. As always, I'm joined by the bomb,
Club Lamb.
Owen, Dahm, and our special guest, Ben, Ozzy, every man a Wildcat, without the E on
Niche
Twitter.
internet celebrity.
Yes, every man on it.
Yes. A K-State internet celebrity.
Legend, actually.
We appreciate you.
I can't tell you how honored I am to be here.
It
meme
really,
master.
it feels we're kind of diminishing you down to a Twitter celebrity because what you're really known for is you're the giffer. You're the gift celebrity. You are the K-State and the Chiefs gift guy.
Sorry about your hot dogs.
You say GIF or you say GIF?
I say GIF.
Thank God.
Because
Okay.
it's not.
Okay,
It's graphics interchange format.
Yes, thank
not,
you.
Not giraffics.
Not giraffics.
JPEG, the P stands for photo, so it should be JPEG.
All right.
That's exactly where I'm
Sure,
at with it too.
sure.
I agree that's stupid, but
I'm on board with that.
There's
That's
no.
fine.
Well, it's not PH. It's not PHEG.
JPEGs are far less important to me than GIFs.
I'm gonna start saying JFEGs.
I'm not saying
No,
JPEGs.
you know what? Actually, it sounds a little close. No, I'm all right. If you say it too fast, people might.
All right.
Maybe,
Question me.
Texas, yes. California,
Yes. But also, real quick before we get too far into it, I do want to thank Easy Baconator for the subscription. Thank you.
Shout out,
But-
Evan.
So we have you here today. We're bringing down the AFC West preview.
Yes, we are.
Okay, a couple rules before we get too deep into it. The AFC West. So me and Owen have picked every game for every division up to this point.
Yep.
We, just to have integrity of picking every game and making sure we're not overlapping where we're like, well, I'm going to give this for the Chiefs when we're picking the Chiefs, but I'll give it to the Jags when we're picking the Jags. We've picked every single game, and they all correlate across all the games.
Yeah,
Okay.
so all of our previous choices will be displayed on our Excel document.
Fantastic.
Which means that there are 8 total games that we have left to pick on this episode for Truman and me.
Okay.
So we feel it feels weird, but yeah, we end up only having to pick. Well, it's not 8.
Is it 6?
No. It's 8, 6, 2, or sorry, 8, 6, 4. No.
Dude, it's got to be less
6,
than that.
sorry, 6, 8,
Damn.
6, 4,
Damn.
2. 12 games. Me and Owen have to pick 12 more games. That's it. So up to this point, we have picked 260 games. I believe the number is 272. We do this every year.
273.
17 times 16.
It's 272, just kidding.
Yeah, it's 272.
Yes,
so
we do this every year.
yeah. So.
And this year, all of our choices are actually going to add up to 272 instead of like 237 or whatever the fuck it added up to last year.
So last year we did this all on paper.
And it was terrible.
And we tried to like go back and grade it. And me and Owen, like, just the different math that we got. I don't know where we got off, but
it was the bye weeks that were killing us. It's because once the bye week started, there started not being 16 games in a week.
Right, and I think we'd probably go, oh, okay, I picked, because we did it on this grid, so we picked it each game twice. So you divide however many you got correct by 2, and then we'd go, okay, I had 6 games correct, and then you'd get the wrong number of bye weeks. So you'd go, okay, and there was 2 bye weeks, which was really only 1 bye week. So there was really 15 games, but you thought there were 16 games. So you said, I went 6 and 8 that week, when you really went 6 and 9 that week.
So like a whole lot of room for error.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we ended up having like...
And it was just a nightmare.
And then there was definitely a week when Truman had picked, like, his record was like, you know, I went 6 and 9 on the week. And I was like, Truman, I went 5 and 7. And we're like, what the fuck?
Yes.
It's like, where'd those games go?
Yeah. Oh, and we'd be grading these picks before the show. And so in between Grub Buds and Dahm, that's true, there would just be 45 minutes of me and Owen going, wow, who won the Jags-Titans game? Oh, and it's like, okay, wait. Okay, and then we'd have to look up that score like 3 times.
Truman, that means I have to cook up my 5-team parlay? Oh, that's next week.
Next week, the season 4 finale. Yeah, sorry, this is the season 3 finale. Welcome in for the season 3 finale. We've been doing this for 3 years now.
Straight years, no breaks.
Which is
that
not...
I saw your post today. 156 episodes?
156
this is
weeks
episode 156.
straight.
Yeah.
So this is episode 156. So if you ever have approximately 200 hours, you can just binge watch all.
I could probably.
I think you're under it. I very much plan on catching up.
Go ahead, man. You'll see the production quality increase.
There will be a couple of them that no. There's like 3 that I think didn't get posted. We record them live every week,
true.
so they were all recorded live. But some of them just like when I was moving and just others. Like,
there was a
just
couple
here or there. We had something fail. And we just forgot to upload it, but for the most part, everything's been uploaded.
There was a couple. Also, there was 1 or 2 when
there's one episode we refused to post.
Yeah, when we did an alcohol episode of Grub Buds before that.
We were just
it was a lot of alcohol, and so it was like 6 drinks in an hour kind of thing.
You can skip the Tyreek Hill ethical debate. That was another one where I was drunk, and then we talked about Tyreek Hill for like an hour. In the middle of the season, we talked about whether or not we should be cheering for Tyreek Hill, and that was just like weird.
But that's that's topical, that's thematic,
but
that's important.
Not when you're drunk as.
But if you don't like the finished product, hey,
we didn't air it.
It wasn't there. That's fine.
It was just maybe it wasn't as deep as I had hoped it was.
No, we listened back to it and we're like, no.
We're like, but I think it still got posted. But that one.
There's a couple of duds in there that you can totally skip. Like the one a couple of weeks ago that was, with the NFC South, Truman.
What was wrong with it? Oh, no, the NFC
West. Sorry, excuse me.
I recorded from my hotel room, and I had my work computer, and the laptop fans just blew. I had noise canceling headphones on, so I couldn't tell, but they were just blowing full volume the whole time.
Don't tell me you were on mute for an hour.
we couldn't really hear it either because we were going through Discord.
Oh, no.
And Discord has crisp, which cuts out the audio.
Oh man.
So nobody knew until we went
OBS
to go listen to
Ninja
it.
does not have crisp.
We went back to go listen to it, and I was like, "Oh my god, you can't hear." I mean, it literally
was it in like phases?
No, it's consistent.
Like you just
it's consistent fan the whole time.
I just smacked that.
As we learned, you can't hear it. So, it's not too
unless
bad.
You're a fan.
All that to say,
the fan
welcome in to episode 156.
Yes, we're picking the AFC West today. Normally, we go alphabetical order. Ignore this. I'm Xing something out.
Ni hao to our listeners in China, by the way.
Yes, ni hao.
Ni hao.
So normally we pick in alphabetical order, but for this episode, we're gonna pick the Chiefs last. So it just makes sense. The finale of the finale.
And that means we're not actually gonna be picking the Chiefs because.
That is the downside to that
is
that we don't
the
pick the
Broncos
Chiefs
are going to lose, and the Chargers are going to lose, and the Raiders are going to lose.
Well, that's the thing is that you're going to be picking all these games, except for except for 6 of them.
Rushing water.
And
Somebody
Truman
flooded your upstairs.
and Truman and I will have need to pick 0 games because we'll have the entire schedule picked of the whole NFL.
So I'm just going to compare my picks to what you guys already have locked.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yes.
we'll lobby. You'll realize how this
We
I
works.
don't really
Usually-
believe in the Chiefs, so it seems like it's going to work out.
You don't believe in the Chiefs?
JKLO.
It's just-
It's okay. I think, I've got interesting takes.
I'm sure you do, Truman.
Maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah,
We'll see.
we'll look at the picks and how they add up for you, and we'll see how interesting your takes are. See a lot of zeros so far for Denver right now, so we'll start there.
Yes. All right. So we'll start here with the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
D for Denver first, and B for Broncos first.
And D
also.
for their grade as a team.
Really? Not. So you're not in on the Broncos?
No,
Are you in on the Broncos this year? Are you back in on Russ?
they've they've lost wide receiver 1 and 2.
Look,
Cortland Sutton's still healthy.
Kansas City,
Jerry
Missouri.
Jeudy and Tim Patrick are out.
Tim Patrick's not number 2. Cortland Sutton's number 2. Jerry Jeudy is out.
Okay,
Kansas
cool.
City, Missouri. Missouri's a show me state. I'm going to need the Broncos to show me.
You got to show me. Yeah.
Why? Well, give me one reason to believe in them. I'm sorry, I haven't seen it.
All I'm saying
I
is
haven't
Got a
seen
better
it.
head coach.
That's true. I've heard Russ has looked better in the preseason.
Russ has always looked better in every
When your
preseason.
baseline is dog shit, it's pretty hard to not look better.
I have heard the camp cliches that he's in the best shape of his life, but somebody did post pictures, and he is looking like he's in some of the best shape of his life, which I.
Is he having the
18
best
so.
time of his life?
Is he
Like
playing
Vance
the together
Joseph?
football?
He gets to go home to Sierra every night. I assume he probably is having the best time of his life, honestly.
That's real. That's real.
Besides having to deal with Future as a stepfather, but
I mean, hey, bro, it's Sierra. It's no complaints from me.
It's Mr. Unlimited right there.
yes. But Denver,
Mr. Limited.
Mr. Limited mostly, yeah. Denver gets to open the season at home. They get to have the Las Vegas Raiders come in there on September 10th. This is a game that me and Owen haven't picked yet.
Yeah, it's a game that they're gonna win.
You think so?
Yeah, it's the Raiders are gonna be the second worst team in the NFL.
No.
No way.
You're
Yes.
out on Jimmy Garoppolo. No, that bad?
Yes, he's not good. He's a game manager. That
Who
means
cares?
that means he needs to have good players. The
All-
Raiders don't have any.
All he's ever done is win. Somebody who's also looked good. Good
Cool.
during
He's only
preseason.
ever won from the bench. I don't give a shit. The janitor from my elementary school could have gone to the Super Bowl with that 49ers team.
And he also would have overthrown his receiver.
Yes, exactly.
I think based on what I'm seeing here, with all the zeros that I've got, I'm gonna have to pick Denver.
We also we also work off of narratives here, Ben, a lot. So what we'll do is be like, I need to pick a loss for the Chargers, because the way this works is that we all have an idea of how good we think the team's going to be, but when you're picking individual games and a lot of them have already been picked, you're like, shit. Well, I guess they need to win this one.
Sure.
Yes. Oh yeah, we love things like, oh, the Browns have just won the last 6 games against the Steelers for no reason. We love that. What we don't what we don't need you to come in here is go, well, last year the Chiefs offense averaged 327 yards per game,
Yeah.
and the Broncos defense gave up 316. So I
right.
think the Chiefs are going to end up at 324, and that, yeah. So
Boo.
I
I'm not here
love
to be that
analytics.
guy, so
I
don't
love
do that.
analytics, but I don't necessarily, we don't want to put that kind of pressure.
The
on
eye
you.
test prevails, man.
Yes, this is purely narrative eye test here.
I do a little stats, but no, I'm not going to get too analytical for you. So,
No, yeah.
so week 1, you're saying is this in Vegas?
This is in Denver.
Is it in Denver?
Yes.
Yeah, give me the Broncos. And I would say that's probably the difference, at least in week 1.
Yeah.
Because that crowd is, I don't want to give Denver any credit. I don't like Denver. Their stadium gets pretty loud, and I think that
Yeah, it does.
Jimmy G is probably going to struggle a little bit, and I think that it would just be very on brand for Russell Wilson to come out and make people give people a chance to believe in him week 1 and maybe not deliver. I don't know. But I would say it seems hard for me to believe that after that terrible of a season last year that they're just going to come out and shit the bed again. I would say
After getting worse on defense, after losing Bradley Chubb, even.
Guys, they got worse everywhere except for quarterback. They lost wide receivers already. Their running backs are worse. Their defense is worse. They're going to be worse.
Javonte Williams is back.
Javonte Williams is very underrated.
Sweet. How long is he going to be healthy for? 4 games this year?
No,
we're in week 1, so
he's going to be in. He's going to be ready to go.
See, he's got to survive the final practices.
I bet he survives the Raiders, even if he doesn't the next week.
We'll see.
Okay.
He did destroy his knee.
Okay.
But
I'm not
he's
saying
been
there's
looking
going to be
good in
some
preseason.
blowout. I'm saying it'll be some
Yeah.
shit 16-13 game, and I think the Broncos will find a way to make it ugly and win.
Oh, it'll be a shit fest, yeah, for sure. Week 2, Denver gets to host the Washington Commanders. So we picked this game on our NFC East breakdown. I picked the Commanders to win it.
This is in Denver or in?
This is in Denver. Owen has picked Denver to win this. So you actually get to be the tiebreaker here. So I guess the other part of this, so we all pick. Majority rules, though, at the end. And so the group ends up picking, so we can see how we do against the group.
So I'm the legit tiebreaker for a lot of this.
For some of these, we're going to run into this, yeah.
Well, the thing is at the end, we do my grade, Truman's grade, our guest's grade, and then what we chose as a group as well.
I'm gonna say that I don't see the Broncos starting 2-0. So I'm gonna take the Commanders on this one.
Yeah.
I think it's close. I think it's another shit fest.
A man of culture. There you go. Oh yeah, I think Denver's gonna get into a lot of shit.
I don't think either of these two games are some dominant portfolio of offensive genius. I think it's just gonna be like who sucks a little less.
I get the feeling that even if Denver starts like 2-0, you're not gonna be like, dude, Denver's back. It'll be like, yeah, it made sense. They beat the Raiders and the Commanders. But Eric Bieniemy knows Denver. I'm excited to see what Bieniemy does, honestly.
Yeah, that's a great thought.
I think you're coming back to grab my toes for a moment. No, do not come back.
Sriracha toes.
No.
Yes. All right, it is.
Tune in for bonus Dahms where you can watch me lick sriracha off Truman's toes.
Oh, God.
Patreon.com/OpenDisaster. Hey, shout out the patrons. Aaron, Joe, Skylar, Dylan. Mailbox Kansas City now open in the Iron District. There you go. Thank you. Okay.
The joke, Ben, is that mailbox has been open in the Iron District for 6 months.
Okay.
But when they subscribe to us, they just opened. And so I always
so he
say,
says now open.
Yes. Okay. It's also a company that my buddies own. So, all right. Okay. So, week 3, Denver has to travel to at Miami.
Loss.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm under the impression.
We can discuss it, but I'm going to tell you right off the bat. I don't have to think about that one.
No. I'm under the impression that Miami's going to be good enough, especially at the beginning of the year when Tua's still healthy. I think I'm a Tua believer somewhat. I don't believe Tua's a top 5 quarterback, but I believe anybody could be very good with those 2 wideouts. Those guys are monsters, man.
Yeah, they're great.
Alex Smith could be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Yep.
And Travis Kelce. That'd been cool, too. But
yeah, wasn't he a top 5 quarterback in the NFL there for a little bit?
His last season, I think he was.
Yeah, right. He did ball out. He was like 4,000 yards.
It's so easy, you know. Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Albert Wilson. I mean, all-time weapons.
Albert
Wilson. Bro, Albert Wilson, I went ballistic with Albert Wilson on Madden 20. I had like the ESPN My Player or the player career, and you have to be a quarterback essentially on that one. And I got drafted to the Miami Dolphins, and me and Albert Wilson just developed absolute chemistry. We were electric. Yeah, and we threw it all over the place. And like it was one of those where it's like superstar connection. It was just like Truman Steen, Albert Wilson.
Did he have the untucked T-shirt sticking out from his jersey?
Yep. Yeah. The long sleeve. It's terrible.
Classic
look.
Albert Wilson.
He looked. Same. I feel like DeMarcus Robinson always had a bad look too. I don't know.
Dude, okay, speaking of DeMarcus Robinson.
Maybe he was just because he was always dropping.
Before we move on, the craziest thing for me about DeMarcus Robinson is all us Chiefs fans either, view him in a semi-negative light to like a middle light.
You mean D-Rob?
Yeah, but
D-Rob.
When you look at Mahomes' like highlight reel of best highlights, is like 27 best throws or whatever.
He has
like
caught.
Fucking half of them are DeMarcus Robinson.
He caught number 50.
Yeah.
When Mahomes threw 50.
Yeah, that long one, and he walked in backwards to the end zone.
There are so many
the
of
NFL, them. SB Nation did they do like rewinds of big sport moments.
Yeah.
And they did one for that, and I was just like, dude, there's gonna be so many of these with Mahomes like later on.
Yeah.
But just like in that moment, I was like, this is so nice. It's so nice to watch things like the quarterback show.
Yeah.
Just any kind of NFL content where you just know that Mahomes is going to be mentioned. It's just crazy.
It's also because
it's crazy that this is our guy.
It's also because we grew up and the Chiefs were never on any NFL commercial, any TV at all. Like the NFL, I still think doesn't show enough Chiefs players on like the commercials.
We're making up for lost time.
Chris Jones was on the DirecTV. I mean, I don't even know if he's a Chiefs player at this point, but
Okay.
I know. I'm just that's a little joke for you.
Whatever.
But Chris Jones was on the DirecTV commercial. That was like a jump scare.
Speaking of jokes, though, Denver versus Chicago.
That is a shit.
That's a joke.
Speaking of a shit fest.
I already picked this as a Denver win because I'm a known Ohio State quarterback hater.
And I picked this as a Chicago win because I'm a known Chicago Bears believer for whatever reason. I got one upstairs that lives in the house, so I.
Yeah.
But she's not really even that. She's
Truman,
more of a
you
Chiefs
have
fan.
so
than
many
a Bears
zeros,
fan.
bro.
I'm Team Owen here. That's yeah.
Yes.
This is Denver W.
I hate to continue to give the Donkeys reasons to win, but yeah.
Gosh, but it's
Fields, not the real deal.
It's at Chicago, and I think for me that's the tiebreaker. I think these are two shit fest, but I think since it's at Chicago, I think that's the
Justin
difference.
Fields should actually transfer to being a running back. Like actually.
I mean, he had like a top 3 running quarterback season
I
of
can't
all
wait
time.
for the edits of Mahomes handing the ball off to Justin Fields.
Yeah.
I
That
love
is
the
the best
edits of Mahomes handing the ball off to Lamar Jackson. So
Yep. Okay, following week, October
Lamar
8th, was
B.
this week 5. They are back at home. They get to host the New York Jets with Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson.
and
Jets.
don't forget Hackett's the offensive coordinator for New York, right?
Oh, this is a revenge game for. Oh yeah, they're gonna wipe the fucking floor with them. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the Jets are gonna go all over Denver there.
Or the Jets do the Jets thing and lose to a garbage team for no reason.
If their quarterback was anybody else, you might be right, but I would say that's Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, that would be the biggest disappointment if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt in like week 2.
That would suck.
Aaron Rodgers has no reason either to take that personal vendetta on behalf of
Hackett,
Of-
Nathaniel Hackett.
Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah.
But I think his talent is so much there that their game plan is probably going to reflect.
Nathaniel
Well, they were all really echoing it though because Sean Payton had those comments against, and they were all
That's
like,
true.
they were all like, we got to defend our guy. They're like, you don't come out there
They're
and
trying
say
to
that
create
about our
that fire
offensive
where he
coordinator.
needs to already have it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you already know if they're going to be throwing the ball up 20 if they're up. They're not going to be running that shit. They're going to run up the score.
yeah. I still say give me the Jets.
I don't know. Denver's defense is still good though.
Yeah.
Yes. It always
They
will.
did lose some players though.
Fair. The following week, they are at Kansas City.
We don't need to talk about it. You already know.
Do we already know?
Yes.
Fly back down.
All right, fair enough. All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Denver hasn't beaten us in 8 years. This is not the team that's going to beat us.
Could be.
Yeah, it could be, bro. And every
We're
single
not gonna beat them forever,
and
we're
every
not.
single player
Mahomes
on the
is
Chiefs
gonna
could
retire
refuse
eventually.
contracts.
But it ain't going to happen in Kansas City. It'll happen in Denver.
Every single player on the
never lost
Chiefs
on the road
could.
in the AFC West.
Yeah.
Never lost a road
Yeah,
game,
that's true.
which is that.
Mahomes is
that does blow my
undefeated
mind.
in divisional road games.
Chiefs have never lost in SoFi, and they've never lost in Allegiant.
Which is still crazy because both those teams have beaten us, but just not at their place.
Yeah, and to be fair, while the Chiefs have lost at Mile High, Mahomes has an extra win in Mile High just because of playing in that Week 17. Yeah, I guess it was Week 17 game back
And
then.
you know
so.
what? Broncos fans literally hold over your head that he had no touchdowns in that game, like he didn't dominate the entire game.
Right.
That's the goofiest shit.
Yeah,
I'm
bro, we
sorry.
didn't run the ball in for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Still wish we could have had Mahomes to
that was
Jamal
Albert
Charles.
Wilson's game, wasn't it?
Yes, that's
That
what we
was-
got
That
made.
was
Yeah.
the Albert Wilson.
Albert Wilson, an ally for rookie quarterbacks. I've been saying it. October 22nd, Denver gets to host the Green Bay Packers. So this is where it comes down to how much do you believe in Jordan Love?
Is this primetime?
Mm.
This sounds Packers at Broncos. Sounds like it should be under the lights, right?
Thursday night. Thursday night. It is the Chiefs game. Sorry, that's why the Chiefs is on October 12th. I should have.
Okay.
So that is the Thursday night game in Kansas City.
So this is just a day game.
That's what I'm checking. Let me check.
The Chiefs have 3 Thursday night games this year, if you include the opener, right?
3 Thursday
I don't
night?
like that.
No, they just have 2, I think. I think it's just this one and the opener.
Could have sworn we had 3 because they're technically not counting the opener as a Thursday.
There's a couple
game.
teams we didn't talk about at the time, but there's a couple teams that don't have any Thursday night games, which is I hate that they did that.
For sucking.
But yeah, they're
Right.
the bad teams.
I feel like the bad teams should have to play on Thursday night because that's the only way anybody's
Thursday
going to
night
watch
is the
them.
shit bowl.
But they're trying to get more people to watch it.
Yeah. Well, then take it off.
Well, Amazon was like, "Hey, boss."
Jesus Christ.
Broncos,
NFL
Packers.
Network.
Nope,
Yeah.
it's an afternoon game.
It's a 3:25.
It is a 3:25, so it is the national game.
Can I tell you guys a secret?
Yeah.
Noon kickoffs are the best.
Noon kickoffs are the best. You want to know? You want
I
to know
do like
another
noon
secret?
kickoffs.
You want to know the real secret?
What?
Mountain time zone is the best time zone to watch football.
Oh, absolutely. That's just true.
Actually, it sucks for college football, I will say. Well, it depends what your Friday. Nowadays, I'd love it. If 11 a.m. kickoff is now 10 a.m., it's right when you wake up. Don't have to you don't do anything. You just roll out of bed and it's college football.
Nah, I'm gonna no, bro.
I'm gonna play my old man yells at cloud here. I like late games. I want everything to be in the later quadrant of its own time zone. I lived on the East Coast. I loved it when Monday Night Football was at 8 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved in the mountain time zone. I loved Sunday Night Football coming on at like 6, because then it was over by like 9:30.
Yes, but if you break down to the more common kickoffs like noon, and I would much rather have a 1 p.m. kickoff than a 10 a.m. kickoff.
That's fair.
That shit sucks.
I can see that.
That shit's because I slept in.
Right.
And I have my friends over, and I fire the grill up, and I make appetizers.
Yeah.
I don't want to wake up and watch football. I want to wake up and then be like, oh, it's 3 hours till football.
Yeah. Well, I did like NFL being at 11 a.m. more than college being at 10 a.m.
I hate college early. Yes.
Yeah. Right. But I could like wake up at like 9:30. I'm like hungover a little bit from Saturday night, so I go get a breakfast burrito, and then I'd sit down and I'd set my I'd spend an hour setting my fantasy lineups, and then we'd be into it.
Set your fantasy lineups on Wednesday, Truman.
I set Owen, I'm a psycho. I'm not changing the lineups at all, but I look at them every single day for whatever reason. Yeah. So
you are a psycho. I look at my lineups at like 9:50 on a Wednesday night.
No.
Fuck, I'll set them at bowling. That's what I set them.
I've just over the last couple of years, I'm addicted to football, man.
I'm refreshing that shit on Tuesday morning.
Bro,
Yeah.
I've joined.
Give me the new lineups.
I've joined 2 more leagues. I'm gonna have like 10 leagues over 4 different apps.
I've at least joined 1 more league, and I think I might have also joined 2 more leagues.
Are you doing a keeper?
Yes.
I hate that. I hate that app so much.
We had sleeper.
Or sleeper. Sorry.
Yes, we
but
are
we're doing a keeper on sleeper. Oddly enough.
Yes,
Keepers are fine. I hate sleeper. Do you guys like sleeper?
Just about to use it for the first time.
It's our first time this year.
What's
People
bad about
swear
it?
by it.
Godspeed.
I know people swear
What's
by
bad about it?
I don't know. It's not ESPN.
it.
What I'm
ESPN
used to.
That is their best.
ESPN is fantasy apps.
I
That's the
hate
best thing
ESPN for
ESPN
everything
does.
except for fantasy.
Yes.
ESPN does fantasy right because for the longest time, the only discrepancy between ESPN and Yahoo was that Yahoo had the decimals. Remember, you would have
Yes.
ties.
Yes.
When I played in like 2009, it was like 106 to 106.
I remember when it first came out that you could set it to be decimal or not decimal. You can still do that on ESPN. Like,
See, that shouldn't even be an option.
my parents had a league and they left it off of decimal.
Stupid.
And kept it whole numbers, and I was like, why did I just tie a game 98-98? It was also no PPR. And I listen.
those are the worst.
Don't invite me to your fantasy league if we aren't playing PPR. I can't deal with these 79-83 games. I need a little juice.
Was this college basketball?
Right.
Yeah, right. I need triple digits. Yeah, and we have our super. Well, okay. We also have we're going to talk about this league, but we have We have one league.
Super ultra compete high stakes league.
Yes, which is a joke league. It's 40 players on a team.
Such as SUCHS.
Yes.
Super ultra compete high stakes.
Such as yes.
Such as
Yes.
league.
But yeah, 40 players, 3 punters, 3 kickers, a coach.
Head
Every
coach.
defensive line player has 3 spots as well. 3
Yeah, there's
defenses,
like 3 defensive, 3
3
linebackers,
flex.
3 cornerbacks, 3 safeties.
3 quarterbacks, 3 wide receivers.
No offensive.
No, all offensive also. 3 of each of those. There's also like 5 flex positions. And you don't have any bench, and we play for no money. We draft 5:30 p.m. on Thursday before kickoff, and we do 30 seconds per pick. The
Yeah.
punters will go in the first round because they score the most points.
Yep.
Okay.
Punters are insane.
So it's all just
and the super ultra compete
so
league.
it's just a joke league.
And I do
but
not check that
That's
league fucking
actually-
at all,
that
bro.
sounds
I'm gonna be honest
that
with
sounds
you.
like a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
It's fun
but
for the.
is.
It's fine.
It's one of those where you're like, God damn it.
It's fun until halfway through Thursday Night Football, and you're like, I'm over this.
It is annoying that you have to, like, when you players on bye week, because there's no bench, so you're changing out, like, 6 players, you're like, okay, I dropped 2 linebackers, 1 wide receiver, 1 tight end, and you're also, because everybody has so many players, you're picking up like Corey Coleman, and you're like, I guess he's gonna go in there. That's fine. I don't know he's playing the 4th
That's
string
why I
for
have
this.
I have a draft strategy in the Super Bowl Compete High Stakes League. I just intentionally choose players that all have the same bye week.
Yeah.
I look at the bye week listing of the year and find out which team grouping of week 8, week 10, week 9, or whatever.
And then you seek that out?
And then I seek out players from those teams.
And he's like the Olathe week 8 buys or whatever.
Yeah. The week 8 buyers. Yeah. And so that way I just
God.
punt a week, and then I have all my bye weeks match up.
I respect it.
What was
I
I
don't
gonna
love
s-
it.
I was gonna
It
say
doesn't work.
something. Oh man. Oh, speaking of, we glossed over this with the Jets, but real quick, did you guys see that Corey Davis retired?
Really?
After 20 billion years.
No, he's like 28.
Oh.
Corey Davis, I wanted the Chiefs to get Corey Davis so bad. He was at Western Michigan, and I thought because he was at Western Michigan, he might fall. But man, they'll find wideouts wherever they can. Like Zay Flowers, like Boston College,
Yeah.
or like that's whatever.
Yeah, the NFL scouts have gotten good now. You know, they're finding kids out of D2.
Yeah.
So
Or even like Jerry Rice was like San Francisco State or something, right? Something dumb like that.
yeah, well, I mean, but Jerry Rice was, that was like
Or just like San Francisco, I guess. But
that was the 80s, wasn't it though?
what?
Jerry Rice was in the 80s, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he was still in the first round.
No, that's wild.
I thought because he went to San Francisco. Or
I
whatever
mean, Antonio Brown went to Central Michigan, right?
yeah, and he went in like this 5th round. But
Oh, that's right.
okay, all right. I just want to throw that
We
out.
digress.
October 22nd. It is not a night game, which is how we got off on this tangent. But it is a 3:25 game. Denver's hosting Green Bay. It comes down to, do you believe in Jordan Love? I
No.
have heard good things about Jordan Love.
Truman's a believer.
I've been listening to a lot of fantasy stuff. I'm here to
I
win
think Green
fantasy
Bay is
leagues
going to
this
be
year.
one of the 3 worst teams this year, so I picked a Denver win.
Yeah.
You have a lot of those teams that are going to be the you have more than 3.
No,
of
I have the Raiders, I have the Cardinals, and I have Green Bay as being the worst teams in the league the year. Then the next tier is the Texans tier, along with the Buccaneers and the Bears, and then everyone else is mid
Okay. All
or
right.
good.
Okay. Following week, October 29th, Denver gets to host Kansas City. It's weird that it's only like 2 weeks separating us.
Is that a primetime game?
It is. It can't be because they wouldn't have gone back-to-back primetime games for those because it's Thursday.
They're trying to gas up Denver.
Maybe. The last year was the year they tried to gas up Denver. I think they've learned their
Did
lesson.
we move on to the Chiefs game yet, or are we still debating Green Bay?
This is the Chiefs game.
This is the Chiefs game.
Oh,
This is a 3:25 game.
Sweet, they're getting stomped like normal. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chiefs by 17.
Yes. Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites going in right now, as it stands right now.
Hammer the over on that.
Yes. The bye week, Owen.
Loss.
There you go. That's a joke. There you go. That's a classic joke. You run that bit every time. The following week, after the bye week. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Going into the bye week.
Holy shit.
Oh my God. I have Denver at 1. I have Denver at 1-7. Owen has them at 4-3. No, sorry. 4-4,
Yeah, sounds all right.
which is actually surprising. And Ben has them at 2-6. As a group, we have them at 2-6.
Damn.
Man, that's a brutal bye week. Denver needed that bye week in my world.
Yeah, they're
At Buffalo.
And then, sadly, right after that, they're at Buffalo. Me and Owen have already picked this as an L.
cool. Loss.
An L as well. An
That's
L as well. Oh, sorry.
An L
the L?
faux show.
There you go.
Damn, I have Denver.
The following
Winning.
week, they get to host Minnesota at home. Me and Owen have already picked
L.
these. You have this as an L?
I'm actually a huge believer in the Vikings.
Really?
I think that division got just infinitely weaker.
It did. Like, they're going to win their division, but
And
I don't think they're going to do anything in the playoffs again. I don't think that team got any
Poor
better.
Minnesota is so cursed. They're like 1 or 2 good decisions away, and then the front office just can't seem to make those.
Yeah.
Those
But
decisions.
everyone's all high on the Lions. And to me, that's the only.
They're fine.
That's the. They're good. They're fine. They're not great.
They're the Browns with Freddie Kitchens. where
Yes.
Everybody bought into that hype.
They're the
and then they
Browns.
disappointed.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Lions are the Browns.
Yeah, but I just, and then also, though, I know that everyone liked Dalvin Cook, but he was statistically the worst running back in the league last year. In terms of, like yards above expected.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was
He got like 1.5 less yards than expected,
I think
which was the worst in the league.
he was one of those guys that people said like he's lost all his burst. It's like Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, while he still is a solid wideout, he doesn't have like that top end burst anymore. And that they said the same thing out with Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook just isn't that fast, which people also say the same thing about Deuce. They say Deuce Vaughn doesn't have that top end speed to really burn people, which is why he was never a kick returner or a punt returner.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So
He does, but yeah, he destroys you.
that's a whole thing. But yeah, Dalvin Cook is just kind of with enough injuries and stuff like that, he's just kind of lost his oomph, his oompa.
Yeah, his motor.
Yeah. The following week, November 26th, the Thanksgiving weekend. It's not the Thursday night game. They get to host the Cleveland Browns. Me and Owen have already picked this as a win for Cleveland. Ben, where you?
Yeah, because I think Cleveland's done a good enough job in the offseason to.
They're gonna be.
I don't love Deshaun Watson, but he is a good quarterback, and
Yeah.
people seem to have forgotten that
Yeah.
because he's a bad person.
Well, he also had
but
a
he was
bad
also
year
bad
year.
last year. That's the flip side. He was awful last
He
year.
was bad.
But
He wasn't.
Kind of seemed like he went a whole year though without like practicing though.
yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
he was suspended for like 13 games.
Right, but you could still go out to a high school field and
games?
call up a high school buddy and.
Yeah, but man, if you don't really I think he did play in the preseason, but if you miss just 10 weeks, you just have to go back into NFL action and just be ready to rock. I think you're going to struggle.
And that's a tough division.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a tough
The
division.
Bengals are real. The Steelers are never not real.
They're always
The
500.
Ravens are always good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
You can be.
I took the under.
That's two
on
great coaches and two pretty good teams in the AFC North.
And you can.
I
be,
don't-
you
I
can
won't-
be
I
two
don't
great
call-
coaches.
good.
Who are the two great coaches?
Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh's a
Yeah,
great coach.
not.
What? Yes. What?
Yeah.
Went to a Super Bowl with a 9-7 record.
Won a Super Bowl. Won 2 Super Bowls, didn't
Yeah,
he?
kind of miracle run.
What?
2 Super Bowls?
I thought he's won 2, hasn't he?
No.
Didn't he win the 2000s one? Was he there yet? Is that not him?
With Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
How long has John Harbaugh been the coach of the Ravens?
Search up how many Super Bowl wins
You
he
know, I
has.
think you're right. Since 2008.
Yeah,
So just the one.
He's got one lucky run.
But he's always good.
Are they?
Yeah.
They lose in the playoffs all the time.
Yeah. So
First
do the
round.
Steelers.
We're not
So do the
talking about
Bengals.
playoffs.
They
We're
don't
talking
make the
about-
So do the
divisional.
Browns.
We're
They don't
talking
make the
about-
divisional. They lose in the wild card.
It's a good division. Those are the two best
Because he's
coaches in
not
the division.
good.
And I don't believe in Zach Taylor as a coach. And I don't really believe in Kevin Stefanski yet.
Look,
either.
to draw a parallel, I'm not trying to rag on my own team. I love K-State. To me, the Ravens are very much the K-State of the NFL. They have complete teams. They have good defenses. They lack a dominant offensive presence.
Yep.
They hand it off well. They block well. They play good special teams. They have good defense. There's just not quite enough to cross that threshold.
Yeah, and being
For
a
me,
really
and
good team.
I think that reflects immediately in the divisional or the wild card round.
Yeah.
Yeah, good, not great.
Yeah, well,
Until
great,
this year.
great, not elite.
Until this year, now we have Bill the Butcher, baby.
Until this, I still can't believe Will Howard.
Truman was a Will Howard hater.
I was the biggest Will Howard hater of anybody.
He was really bad.
When they announced he was going to redshirt last year, where they're like, we're probably going to try to save Will Howard. I was like, I hope, or they're like, he's our backup, but we're going to try not to play him. I was like, I hope he plays a couple games so that we don't have to endure another year of Will Howard after.
Yep. I wanted Jake
after
Rubley
Adrian
so
Martinez
bad.
is out.
Yes.
Yep.
I was a Jake Rubley
Although Jake
believer.
Rubley did throw like 2 throws and then
He looked
throw
bad.
A
He
pick.
looked bad. But if anybody can develop quarterbacks, we've learned it's this
Apparently
team.
it's Colin Klein, dude.
It's
Colin Klein and Chris Kleiman.
Yep. Okay. All right. So Cleveland, we all picked Cleveland for that game.
Yep.
December 3rd, they are at Houston. I sadly picked Houston to win this game. I need Denver to have some W's here.
Truman's like, yeah, Denver's good. Picks 2 wins.
At Houston, I've already picked this as a Denver L. Owen has picked this as a Denver W. You can be tiebreaker.
I hate to reflect on my record. I would say, yeah, there's no way they're still sitting at 2 wins. You got to give them a road win.
Yep.
I just think the Texans.
Yeah,
are-
Truman, real tough stretch here. Doesn't
the
look like too
Texans
many
are
more
trash.
opportunities for
the Texans are trash. The stadium's trash. Their fans are trash.
you're
the
oh
cities-
you're picking this one, huh?
Yep. I'm gonna pick so the following week, December 10th, they are at the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm going to pick Denver over the Chargers.
I actually am too.
No!
See? There you go. This
Because
is a
if there's
perfect Chargers
anybody
game
I
to
believe
lose.
in less than Russell Wilson and the shithead Broncos, it is the perpetual pants shitting Chargers.
Yes.
I'm
This is a
sorry.
perfect,
sorry.
especially this late
Yeah.
in the season.
Yeah.
Like maybe they're threatening for the division.
Yes.
Maybe they're a game or two back,
Yes.
and they fucking blow it.
This is prime
Yes.
time for Justin Herbert.
Truman
To
justifying
leave a brown
justifying
stripe in his
his
white
record
pants.
where he can
Yes,
give the Broncos a
100%.
max of 5 wins after telling me that they were going to be good in the beginning of this episode.
Because what was this, December? I just believe in Russ enough to draft him in fantasy this year.
I just
But not enough for
If
him.
I
I
to-
don't
have
believe
to.
in Brandon Staley at all, but that's a conversation for the next round, I believe.
Damn, I was hoping this one to be on Sunday night. That would really be the icing on top.
Anyway, they lose to Detroit, obviously, and Ozzy, it's your choice now.
Is that the next
Yeah, the next week they
Yes,
go
sorry.
on the road to Detroit.
L?
L.
Big fat L.
Shocking,
and
you
I'm,
guys.
I'm not a
You're
Lions
not a
believer,
Detroit believer. We
but
Next week they go and host New England.
I should have picked New England in this game.
I
I'm
would
sorry, I should have
probably
picked
take-
Denver in this
I would
game.
probably take New England. They host New England?
Yes.
it's in
Is
Denver.
that by any chance a primetime game? To me, that's a big difference maker. I'm sorry to ask that every
No,
time.
no, that's a good question.
That to me, that has a big difference.
It's on Christmas
Well,
Eve.
but Ben, we're Chiefs fans. It doesn't make a difference.
It
Oh,
is
sure
a
it does.
primetime game. It's
But
Sunday night.
you know, Mahomes actually plays.
On Christmas Eve, Sunday
Mahomes
night.
actually plays better in noon slot games.
I agree.
But
And he also plays better on the road.
but the thing is, yeah,
That's like
he
a
plays.
num- that's
Yeah,
a
he plays like.
weird lead.
He's like. But then again, you look at the stats. It's like 25 yards a game better.
I think Mahomes doesn't play well when he loses focus, and I think at
I
home
think he
maybe
gets
he's
too hyped up
comfortable.
in Arrowhead.
Yeah.
And he does the backwards run flex thing, and it's like, bro, just go out there, and it should be a business mindset.
He's still really good.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yes.
God.
He's
Dude, I
still
am
he's
the
all
last
world.
guy. I am the last
Yeah,
guy
right.
who will ever sit here and go, Mahomes needs to focus more. I'm just saying, when he has a bad game, it's because of stuff like that.
Yeah, it's against
That's
bad
why
teams.
he's never lost a divisional road game.
It's against bad teams.
If I've
at
always said this,
home.
I've always said this about the Cats and the Chiefs. If the jersey's white, it's gonna be all right.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Should have lost that Atlanta game. You remember, like 3 years ago against a terrible Falcons team. Should have lost to the Panthers that year.
Should've
also
lost
at
to the
home.
Titans.
Should have lost to the Titans at
No,
home
we
last
always-
year.
we
Fucking took them
always
to
lose to the
overtime.
Titans.
What the fuck was
We
that?
always lose.
We also should
Always
have lost.
lose.
Andy
To,
Reid sucks against the Titans.
we also should have lost to the Texans.
AFC South in general.
Yeah, that's
sucked
real.
against
Yeah, we
AFC.
should have lost to the Texans last year.
Should have lost to the Texans. That game went to overtime. God, that was stupid.
I remember because we were in Wichita with our buddy, and we were like, "Oh, okay, we'll sit down for this nice, easy Chiefs game, and then we'll go home."
We're like, we'll leave early.
Should be a 30-point
Yeah,
win.
yeah.
Well, we started at noon. We're like, we'll probably be able to leave by halftime. Like, because
What's
this
the
game,
guy on
this game will be
Twitter?
over.
Just won a nice, stressful Chiefs game here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
and
posts
the-
that every week.
And then we were fucking sweating the whole game.
Yeah.
to what was that quarterback's name?
Davis
David-
Mills.
Davis
Davis fucking Mills.
We were in overtime. The Chiefs got that turnover, and it's in Texans territory. The Chiefs are opening up the drive in overtime on the 22, and I turned to and Jerick McKinnon is in the game, and I turned to Owen. I go, God damn it, dude, Jerick McKinnon. I was like, I hope they don't run with Jerick McKinnon. He's not good at running the ball. That's just wasting first down. It's just so stupid. And they hand it off, and he fucking takes it straight to the house. Game over. And Owen's like, what did you say? What did you say? Like that?
I remember because I was too busy clowning on Truman to celebrate. Like I didn't even cheer. I was just like staring at Truman.
All right.
I was like, hey,
I knew
what do you
what
think
I
about
did.
that, Truman?
I
He's
knew
like,
what I did.
And Truman's like, you son of a bitch.
All right, Christmas
He's-
Eve.
no, he did the typical Truman where he covers his eyes like this. He goes, "That's so fucking stupid, dude. Oh my god."
Damn, what did
I'm
you
gonna
say?
have to see that one in real time.
Yeah, I feel like I've already done it this episode, but I do it. We'll have to get together for a Chiefs game.
Yeah,
We'll do a
of course.
Mr. P's.
Yeah.
I think we should watch the week. Maybe.
Mr. P's on 103s.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. That's
Good
right by my
K-State
house. I
bar?
just walked there.
Is
Good
it
Chiefs
really?
bar? Yeah,
it's a
the
K-State
guy's
bar.
he's a K-State owner.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Or
so
the owner is a K-State guy. Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
hey,
so
shout out
every-
Mr. P's.
every
No, hell
away
yeah.
game that when we're
Every
not at
game.
the game, it's there, and then every basketball game is also on at Mr. P's.
Cool.
Every time.
Yeah.
P apostrophe Z, right?
Yeah.
And the couple
Yeah.
times we've gone to Mr. P's in the game, like they don't have ESPN Plus, but we're cool enough with them that I have ESPN Plus like on my phone,
They better let
and they're
you
like,
log in.
they're like, can you just stream? And I was like, yeah, I can pop the stream up there. They're like,
Yeah.
cool. So we did that one time. Like we took Tina's parents there to watch the K-State game. I was like, on ESPN Plus. I was like, God, that's so stupid. And then I was like, hey, can I cast? And they're like, yeah, sure. It's a small enough business that they're cool.
Well, yeah, because
Hell yeah.
we also go there enough that they know. Well, it's my local bar, so I go there on every
you're
Chiefs game, every
quarter
Cats game. So
mile.
they
Owen lives within walking distance.
yeah, so like the bartenders know me because I go there for every Chiefs and Cats game,
Yes.
and I've been going there for 2 years now. So
Yeah. But yeah. Okay.
To brag.
and they're
Christmas
super
Eve.
cool.
New England at Denver. Me and Owen have already picked New England to win this game.
I'm gonna go Denver.
I think we should have gone Denver, but we're men of integrity.
I think when you're having a shit fest, you got to look at home field advantage more. And as much as I do believe in Bill Belichick,
I already know what Truman's picking these last 2 games, so
Well, sorry.
that's all I was gonna say is I don't believe in either of the teams, but I think when it's a shit fest, you got to look at home field advantage. And I'm not saying a Mile High's Arrowhead, but it's
still a great home
they're
field
in the next
advantage.
tier down. They
although
get loud.
the incomplete
Yeah,
is so
it's so
stupid,
It's
bro.
very stupid.
It took me so long to learn what they were saying. It took me about
Yes.
because I swear they started that chant. I want to say in like 2012 or like 20. I don't feel like they've
It's not
chanted
old.
It. It was like when Manning was there and they got good. I swear that's when it started, and I was like, "What the fuck are they chanting every single fucking time?" I was
Yeah.
like, "What are they chanting?"
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
finally, like the third or fourth game in, that I was like watching it at home with my dad, and my dad's like, he's like, I think they're saying incomplete. I was like, why the fuck are they saying incomplete so much? And then we noticed that it was on every incomplete pass. We're like, okay,
What if they said
whatever.
that when it was a good breakup by the secondary? Okay,
Right.
but like you could overthrow your receiver by 20 yards, and they're like, "Oh, incomplete! Such a home field advantage." No,
I want them to spike the ball to like clock the time. like can you imagine 13 seconds, but it's in Mile High and it's Mahomes is getting up there, he spikes the ball. Incomplete.
You know what? If they did that, then you tip the cap. Then you're
Yeah,
like, all right,
then-
that's funny.
I would do it as we're funny away fans, away team fans, where we don't like cause a menace, but we'll be overly sarcastic.
Yep.
We went to a Blues game and watched our favorite hockey team get just dicked
Demolished.
down. I mean,
6-1.
6-1, and like it was like 5. Like every time I was like, we just gotta get in it. I was like, this is the time. This is where it all turns around. And this one
So
right
they
here.
were up 5-0.
it's gonna be a power play hat trick. I can
So
feel
they
it.
were up 5-0, and after they scored the 5th goal, I'm like, all right, guys, I need to go get a beer. And so then Truman and the rest of the guys are, clowning around with the rest of our section. And we had a great peanut gallery behind us. They were laughing at all of our jokes.
Yep.
They were
Yep,
some
they
great
were
audience
laughing.
members.
And then
But-
we had like a dad and his kids in front
Two
of
young
us.
kids, yeah.
And they were cool, but they score the goal.
Yeah.
Or the Islanders score a goal. We're down 5-0.
Yeah, and I was getting a beer at the time. The only goal that we scored, I wasn't there with my buddies.
Oh man.
And the Islanders score a goal, and we go, ballistic. We go insane.
Absolutely.
I mean, we are like, let's start just going insane, and people are like turned around, like looking at us because we're just going so crazy.
Well, and remember this. So, an important side note is that a normal away distribution of fans, it's like, maybe 85, 15, 90, 10.
That's
It was,
generous, yeah.
Yeah, but it was like 98-2.
Yeah.
There were like no away
You
fans.
got to make up for the extra 13 that's not there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we went to an Islanders game in Denver, and we saw way more Islanders fans.
Yeah.
But in St. Louis, it was just St. Louis people. And so they score this goal, and we're going ballistic. And they drop the puck. St. Louis wins the face-off, and they immediately go down. In the time, we haven't even sat down, and they go down and score it.
score again.
And the whole group in front of us, around us, just goes ballistic on
They
us.
turn
and we're
around
like,
and they
oh
turn
my
it
God.
back and look at you.
Yeah, we're just like laying. We're just like our like hand, just like that. We're just hiding our faces. And the kids, I'll never forget this. Like everybody's climbing. The kids in front of us, they were like 4 or 5, and they get up on their seats and they turn around and they point and say, "In your face, in your face!" And I'm like, "Oh my god, dude! Oh my gosh!"
Man.
So yeah, so that was just.
That'd be so hard for me to not be like, you know what? Learn humor. Learn comedic timing.
It was a joke.
In the future, you're gonna get this.
You're so
You're gonna look
stupid.
back and go, "Oh, I was a little shithead
dumb
at
kid."
that hockey game."
My favorite part is when we were leaving, we were going to some bar. People were clowning us. I was like, I drank more than you at your game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you
"Hey."
can't say that to people. Yeah. Yep.
It's like, I drank more than you. Shut up.
I had the only other time I had anything like that. Chiefs Titans, the Mariota self pass game.
Oh my god,
God.
I was there too.
Everybody knows it. I was walking in, and there's this dad and this son, and they walked past me, and I said, "Hey," and then, like the kid, they're wearing Titan stuff. I said, "Hey, isn't it child abuse to make your kid wear that?" And they were like, "No, that's kind of funny." And then we just lost. I imagine
Oh
those
my
guys were
God.
just like telling all those people. But did you see the video on TikTok? It was like a Cardinals fans walking out of the St. Louis Royals game, or the Royals Cardinals game in Kansas City, and there's like this one like 5-year-old kid walking, and he's like, "Let's go Cardinals!" like walking through the parking lot, and some guy walks past him and goes, "Boo!" They're like, "You're booing a 5-year-old!" Like his dad's like, I was like, "All right." It was even like a sarcastic. You could tell it was a sarcastic boo. I was like, "Come on!" They're like, "Really? You're gonna boo a 5-year-old?
It
Like,
wasn't-
really?
it
You're not gonna laugh?"
It
Come
wasn't
on.
as bad as Go Birds. That was funny
After
as
that
fuck.
Vikings, yeah. All right, okay.
Let's go, Birds. Shut up.
Yeah, are we on pace for like a 4-hour episode here? I don't
Yeah.
wanna be-
Don't worry.
Yeah,
it
that's
it exponentially speeds up because we have less.
It
and less
does
games.
speed
A
up as
lot of
we
the
go.
games are rematches. Yes.
And we're talking about all these teams, and then we'll see these teams again. And it was like, we already talked about this, blah, you know that. And so, okay.
Anyway, I know
Real
what
quick.
Truman's picking here.
I don't. What are we even looking at?
Truman's going for the season sweep
Oh,
of
I
the.
see.
Yes,
Behind
sorry.
us.
Truman
Yeah,
is going to
sorry.
choose the season sweep of the Chargers by the Broncos because he needs the Broncos to not have 3 wins at the end of the season, even though that both of these teams were probably better. So this is going to be a win for the Chargers.
I'm like a.
Win for the Broncos.
Yeah,
Here.
Yeah.
We have 6.
that's true.
Exactly.
to the
An
Pacific
appropriate
Northwest,
amount of wins for the
it's
Denver
gonna be
Broncos.
5.
This is a loss for the Broncos.
This is
They're
a loss for
not-
the Broncos?
They're getting swept by the Chargers.
No way.
No, the Chargers will shit their pants at least once.
That's true.
You already chose them to shit their pants against the Broncos, though.
Now I'm going to double down.
You're going Chargers again? here?
Chargers be pants shitters.
The Broncos are sweeping the Chargers.
Yep.
Can you think of a more Chargers thing that could happen? Than
They're
that?
gonna go 15-2, and their 2
Russell
losses are
Wilson
gonna
in the
be
middle of a
Denver.
power dump is going to take a skid mark break
Okay,
and
Truman.
shit on the Chargers twice.
Truman, you can go ahead and put your 1 in the January 7th column as well. For the
I'm
Denver
putting 2 in
Broncos.
there actually. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
No. Denver's going to win this game.
Denver is going at Las Vegas, final game of the year, January 7th. Yeah, I'm picking Denver. Owen's picking Denver.
No, I'll take the Raiders in that one
That's fair. I think that's
because
fair.
their playoff hopes will be dashed.
Nice. I like that. Okay,
Give me the Raiders.
so for the season,
Okay.
I've picked Denver at 5-12. Ben has picked Denver at 5-12. Owen has picked Denver at 7-10. You're the Denver believer, apparently.
No, you look at you.
They
Broncos
didn't get
apologists.
worse. They didn't get worse. They got the same number of wins.
You just said the wide receivers got hurt.
Yes, but like you said, Russ looks better, which is true.
Fair enough. Okay, the group picks them at 6-11. We skip Kansas City. Just ignore what's going on
we'll
here.
come back. We'll come
don't
back.
look-
Ignore all that. Ignore all those. Ignore all those.
I'm not looking at any of that. I didn't see it.
Okay. We go to the.
Damn.
We go to Las Vegas. We run into. Oh my God, Owen, you can't even see this, but you don't understand how many zeros there are, buddy. Okay.
I know.
So
It's a lot.
Well, no, I might contradict a previous pick.
no, that
not
shouldn't be in
allowed.
there. That shouldn't be in there already.
Okay.
You're allowed to do that. So, okay, September 10th,
Oh,
Las Vegas Raiders. We're going through the schedule. Las Vegas Raiders open up against Denver. We've already picked this game. We already picked Denver to win.
Yep.
It's at Denver.
Cool.
Good enough.
Let's move
September 17th, they're at Buffalo. L.
Yeah.
As me and Owen have picked it, that's fair. September 24th, they get to host Pittsburgh. Can you pick a believer? Pick it to pick ends? It to ends?
They
Ends
host.
to its?
I really chose Las Vegas.
know what I'm gonna
Okay,
ask you?
no, I didn't.
Yeah.
It's a primetime game.
like if we're putting the phone away. You know who I'm not. People are really in on Kenny Pickett right now. I'm not, but I'm really in on George Pickens. I think Chiefs should have picked George Pickens.
Yeah, for sure. Over, was it Justin Ross we took?
No.
No, that was after then.
No, he went early second round, so it was.
We took somebody instead of him.
It was Sky Moore, I think.
Yes.
I think he was on the board when we picked Sky Moore.
I think that's correct.
Because I forget that we had 2 second-round picks that year because Brian Cook was the later one. And I wanted to think the later one was Sky Moore, but no, Sky Moore was the early second round.
To me,
whatever.
Sky
He
Moore
scored
and
a
Justin
touchdown in the
Ross.
Super Bowl. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and he actually ran the wrong route.
No. Travis Kelce was lined up on the wrong side.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought Sky Moore ran the wrong route. Mahomes still hit him.
No. He motions for Travis to come over because Travis lined up on the wrong side.
Okay.
Yeah, he went to go and he's like, "Where the fuck is Trip? Why is Trip?" Well,
All
well.
right.
And he's
Snap
like,
the
"Go on."
ball. Might as well make a highlight. All right.
Which is hilarious. Yeah,
Yeah.
because Travis was on the wrong side.
Give me.
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, I didn't tell you whether this game was a primetime. It is a primetime game. You're
Give me
like
the Steelers.
to be fair, you're like 2-2 on asking,
Give
and
me
it
the
being a
Steelers.
primetime game.
It weighs in, but it doesn't mean everything.
Fair. Yeah. Give me Mike Tomlin. I think
I am gonna pick like no Vegas
for the Raiders, I think Josh McDaniels is a bad coach, and I think he's
is.
going to be fired before the end of the year. And I think we'll be able to figure out which game it is eventually here.
Let's
How many
revisit
fucking
this.
zeros do I
Oh,
have?
did you look over here yet?
No, I
Look
moved,
at all the zeros.
I've moved my head.
All right, real quick. Let's October 1st, Las Vegas is at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Can't pick this as a loss.
You have to pick it as a.
Give me the Raiders.
I don't.
Yeah, give me the Raiders.
Oh, I have to pick the Chargers here,
That's great.
I don't.
and you guys are both picking the Raiders.
I will never pick the Chargers.
No, Truman.
Ever.
I'm picking the Chargers to win.
You're picking the Chargers to win this game?
Yes.
Oh
I
my.
can't, dude.
goodness.
I can't have the Raiders winning.
Oh,
I'm
and,
fine. Yes, I understand. I
and I
glanced
don't
over.
know if you understand how
I
dire the
glanced over.
situation
I
is.
glanced over.
Oh, and there still isn't a win on the screen, but we'll keep moving.
I have
October
one win on the
9th.
screen for him. Just one. It's up at the top, right?
No, there's no ones, Owen.
Are they 0-6 up until my head?
Yeah, they're Owen.
0-8.
We call them. Oh, we don't call them Owen for nothing,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Thank you. That's what I aim to have people have that effect. Okay, October 9th, they get to host Green Bay.
Oh, yeah, that's a one for sure.
That's a win?
Said nobody ever.
Oh, okay. Oh no, this is a roller coaster.
I
of
don't believe in
emotions.
Jordan Love. I believe in the Raiders less.
That's fair. The following week, they get to host New England. I've picked this already as a Vegas W because Vegas had to win a game.
Yeah, that's Jimmy G against Bill B.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Give me
And it's a Bill disciple against Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick gets owned by his coaching tree for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Once you graduate from his school, you teabag him.
Yep.
That's the rule.
Even Pap or Mike Patricia, was that his name?
Matt Patricia.
Matt
Matt
Patricia.
Patricia.
Even Matt Patricia won.
Yeah,
Against
with the
the-
Lions.
Yeah.
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 That was wild.
Who was a terrible coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, October 22nd, they're at Chicago. Me and Owen have already picked this as W's for Chicago.
No, I'll take the Raiders in that one too.
I think that's fair.
I don't want to.
But you're doing the right thing.
I'm using my brain and not my testicles.
Yeah, well, looking at Owen's and mine's wins totals for the Raiders, there's no way they're losing this many games. So. October 30th, that is, we've talked about this on a couple shows, but we've always noticed with our predictions, we end up really low on the low teams and really high on the high teams. And that's just not, there's very few 15-win seasons, and there's very few 2 to 3 win
Yeah,
seasons.
that's real. That's
and
real.
it's a lot of 5 wins, and it's a lot of 13 to 12 wins.
And nobody called a tie yet.
There will be a tie
And those
somewhere.
are still things.
Well, somebody picked a tie.
2 ties last year.
Well, somebody picked 2 ties last year, and they got them both wrong. I gave them, which it was our buddy Aaron.
And you were sweating it on one of the games.
I was sweating on one of the games.
Was it close?
Because I gave him like 125 to 1 odds or something. Or I think I gave him 12 to 1 odds.
Yeah, 12 to 1 odds on.
But
10
we
bucks.
bet $10 on it. So I would owe them 120, and
That's fun.
they were tied in like the fourth quarter. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be so stupid. And
If you have to pay up on that.
And they ended up getting like an immediate winner.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, October 30th, Vegas travels to at Detroit.
Lions.
Yeah, me and Owen have also
Lions
already
all
picked this
day.
for the Lions.
Dude, the Raiders have a tough schedule, man. They really do.
Yeah. The following week, November 5th, they get to host the New York Giants. This would be a great part for a lot of people to pick the Giants. Me and Owen, though, we zig when others zag, and we picked the Giants to win this game.
We're different, you know.
Yeah, I'll take Giants as well.
Oh, he's also zigging.
Now, if
We've all
Saquon
zigged.
Barkley is not healthy or Daniel Jones is not healthy, that can change. But
Damn! Do I have any wins?
you're finding a really good reason to fuck the Raiders every single week, and I'm not mad about
Their
that.
schedule's tough. Look at these games. Detroit, New York, Miami, KC, Minnesota, LA. That is a brutal stretch.
Sorry, I just want to make sure. Sorry, just kind of make sure everything's adding up right. Wait. Yes. Oh, wait. No, wait.
Can I touch your bread?
Yeah. Oh,
Can
yeah.
I touch your bread on the camera?
Oh,
yeah.
yes, you
Get
may.
in there.
It's very nice.
It's great bread.
We also
Really
added the burger lately. I won
Oh
that.
yeah, so earlier my arm grazed that. I thought it was a kitty. And
Oh,
I got
yeah.
excited, and then it was just a burger. So
No. My cat is nice, but
You-
she's a little shy.
she looked sweet, but she came down to do her business. and
Truman, I'm going to do it.
You're gonna do it?
I'm going to do it.
No way.
You're gonna pick
in
the
this
Raiders.
game of all games?
What's
No, we're not there yet.
Oh, you're gonna do it.
I'm going to do it.
Wow.
we got
okay.
Jets? Is that?
November 12th, the New York Jets are in Las Vegas. Me and Owen already picked the Jets.
Yeah, give me the Raiders. I
Oh.
don't think Aaron Rodgers takes them serious enough.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers. He's looked good in camp, I guess, but
He's
Again-
looked good in 2009,
right.
bro.
That's
That's what I'm past that.
he hasn't looked good in a bit.
He may be.
I mean, I guess he won those two.
Well, I mean, are we
MVPs, but-
expecting Mackay Becton to carry the whole offensive line for New York?
Maybe.
Is their O-line good?
The Giants?
No, the Jets.
Or yeah, sorry.
I don't know.
Me neither.
Okay.
I hate to tell you, but my offensive line knowledge is kind of exclusive to the
I
Kansas
feel like
City Chiefs.
if it's really good, you'd know.
Oh, and the Bengals. I know the Bengals have a shit offensive line still.
Well, yeah, they got Orlando Brown.
Dude, I can't believe.
That guard that's playing tackle.
Dude, thank God we got rid of Orlando Brown.
Fuck.
And
they're so
happy-
confident.
They're so
They're
happy
so
about
confident
it.
that he's
Oh
going to
my
be
God.
the answer to their prayers.
I said it. I was like, even when they were in contract extensions last year, when they offered him the more money that he was declined, I was like, please no, dude. I was like, he just has never looked good.
Honestly,
Well,
the,
the
only,
thing is-
the only way that they could burn us with that is if they put him back at right tackle and had a good left tackle. And they were like, you know what, Orlando Brown, we're going to give you the money you fucking want, but then you're going to go back to where you fucking belong, and he's going to do his job.
No,
but his
the-
job is to be the weak side.
The left tackle thing is like
It's a pipe dream.
No, his dad was a left.
Yeah,
tackle,
and that's
so
what he
why
wants to
plays
do.
left
And you
tackle,
know
but he
what?
shouldn't.
Like,
Well, the thing about him is that he's good, and he's like average most of the time.
Yeah.
And when he's really good, he's really good. But when he misses an assignment, it's not a failure. It's like a catastrophic failure.
Yeah.
It's like your quarterback's getting clotheslined kind of failure.
all you got is one speed rusher who dips beneath his block and is like, oh, yeah. Oh, you can't defend that? Yeah, you
Yeah.
probably shouldn't fucking be a left tackle.
He also false starts on every play and somehow gets speed. He still loses to the speed rush a lot. no
Yeah.
matter how much
Yep.
he.
Or like he gets like a false start or like a perfect jump, and somehow he's losing.
And for people that may be watching right now that may think we're Chiefs homers, I promise you, we were all saying this last year when he
Yeah.
was with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
This was
Yeah.
not some like, oh, you're gone. Oh, we don't like you anymore. Oh,
Right.
you dumped me. Oh, you're ugly. No. This
no.
guy had fucking massive weaknesses.
Yeah.
And the biggest red flag was that he wanted the money to be the best left tackle. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're a left guard or
yeah,
you're
just
a right
a total
tackle.
difference from like
I
you
wanted
know,
no
Justin
part.
Houston leaving.
I wanted no part to do.
Yep.
Like when Justin Houston left, all of us Chiefs fans were rightfully upset. It was like 1 year removed. You didn't.
No, not of. I'm sorry. That
Oh,
was
for
still,
Orlando.
That was Orlando Brown.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No,
I
I
was
was-
like, what do you mean?
We gave up on Justin Houston about 3 years too early.
Yeah, my bottom was very hurt about Justin Houston.
Yeah.
I was tiny hurt.
Oh,
for
and then
sure.
he came back and beat us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost single-handedly.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
a monster.
Okay. November 19th, the Raiders go to Miami. Me and Owen have already picked
Give me
this
the
as well.
Dolphins for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Dolphins are
I
going
don't
Kansas City,
believe-
okay. We can do this one quick. Mahomes has never lost in
Oh, that's right.
in Las
That's
Vegas.
right. That's right. He doesn't lose on the road. That's right.
Yeah. Can we add a bonus point? I think this will go to overtime, but I think the Chiefs will still win.
He has gone to overtime like a couple times in Vegas.
Put
right?
the asterisk on there.
All right. I'll give you a little. Well,
Give it
Well,
off
I'll
to the
put
right
it
side.
actually-
Off
yeah.
to the right side.
that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I was like, it'll fuck with my formula if I
Okay.
don't.
Yeah, no, I don't want to fuck with the formula.
The formula. Okay. Bye week.
Lost.
Thank you. There we go. Thank you, Owen. Always a good bet. Always a good bit.
Holy shit, Truman.
Oh my gosh!
I'm going to do it.
I saw it out. I was like, oh. Once I saw it on the screen, I was like, oh my god, he has to pick a W somewhere.
You
Okay.
can't do this.
Do I?
December 10th. December 10th.
Oh, wait, there's one.
They're hosting the Minnesota Vikings.
Loss.
Me and Owen already picked this as a loss.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kirko.
I am. The
Big
NFC
game
is so
Kirko.
weak. I don't believe in anybody in the NFC, but I do believe that purple jerseys are pretty good.
I think that everyone likes Kirk Cousins now because of quarterback.
Yeah.
People are
Dude's
really
a warrior, man. He was getting beat the fuck up. Wasn't
And
he
then
like,
he goes home and
Although-
he drinks milk and he reads kids' books to his
Yeah.
kids. And he doesn't even go home and pound vodka like everybody else.
Although him, like, I was almost more out on Kirk Cousins
Gosh
only
darn it.
just because of the moanings. Like when he, I was like, God,
listen,
damn,
hey,
dude.
listen,
I was like, what
Truman,
the
you
fuck
might
am I-
make that noise if you get hit by a 350-pound bus.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not calling him like a pussy or anything, but the noises. I was like, I don't
The
know,
noises
man.
were a little suspect.
All right.
Oh,
Here we go, Truman. Here we go. First win of the year, baby.
There it is.
there it is.
Here it is.
Give him Raiders.
I was gonna go.
I need to. Pick
I was
the
gonna
Raiders
go the
here
pursuit
also.
of perfection, but then I saw a December game for the Chargers to lose.
Dude, are the Chargers
Yes.
going to win any games in December? I think we've picked them to lose quite a few already.
I would like to see
well,
that.
is that
final
ridiculous?
breakdown.
Ever since
No,
they
yeah,
printed
give me the
T-shirts,
Raiders.
ever since they printed T-shirts for that one Phillip Rivers over Alex Smith win, bro.
Oh my
Print the
god.
T-shirt.
Or wait, or was that over
Yo,
Mahomes?
I was at that game.
Was that over Mahomes? Did Mahomes start that game? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was
Dude,
first season.
Yeah,
Mahomes.
that's
you
the
not
one he had
remember
the
that?
highlight where he was getting
I remember when
dragged
you were
out
in
of bounds
18-13.
and
Yes.
then slugged.
No.
I was at that game with my Chargers
18-16?
girlfriend
1863.
and her dad,
Oh my.
who bought the tickets. We had nice lower level tickets, 30-yard line,
Oh yeah.
10 or 15 rows up, and I was so stoked because she's been to a million Chiefs games with me, and
Mm-hmm.
when they're not playing the Chargers, she wears Chiefs every time. But her dad fucking hates the Chiefs,
Oh,
and
he's-
so I was like, bro,
Oh,
you're coming into the Thunderdome, and that's the one fucking game he's been to at Arrowhead. And Phillip Rivers
Well, thank God he
beats
hasn't
a
come back
Bob
to another
Sutton
one, you know?
shit ass defense.
Oh
And
my
he
God.
still flexes that to me to this day.
Dude, they were going for two, and you're like, I know.
I
they're
knew
not.
right then it was over.
And Mike Williams was
Yeah.
wide open.
Wide to piss
Oh
open.
my God.
Yeah.
You walked out of the bar. You were mad. You were really
I'd
mad.
already paid my tab. I walked home.
You walked home. We were at 1863, which is now something else, which was something else before.
and this was back.
It's the bar next to Porter's, in between Porter's and Rockabilly, that changes ownership every 4 years or so. It was 1863 basically the whole year we were there.
Yeah,
the whole time we were there. But now it has changed, and now
Okay.
the guys who own Mojo's own that bar too.
Yeah, and they're band guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have always been a vocal fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm much better about it now than I used to be, but I was probably the worst fan I ever was
That night.
at that game.
That night, yeah, that was the most. I don't know.
That was bad for me.
It was the most I've
not a
been
good show.
embarrassed
You were
of
just
you
watching
as like a sports fan.
Mahomes'
Yeah, it was bad.
time get sullied by a terrible defensive
I was so
coordinator.
pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were like out with friends.
Yeah.
And the bar also wasn't that packed, where it was like, it wasn't a lot of people yelling. You were like the only one yelling.
Yeah, I fucking walked out.
And people were like, no. But you were like, fuck you. Like,
Yeah,
just
that
like,
was bad. That was
Bob
bad.
Sutton go home and
That was not-
masturbate.
so fucking stupid.
That
Like,
was not my best. Not my best pen.
it was
Cut
also
your-
25-cent tequilas.
We were really drunk. To be fair.
Well, that's a
It was $1 tacos, 25-cent tequilas because
see
it was
that
Monday
blurs
night.
the line
It was
between
Monday
like
night football.
what's a rational reaction and what's 25-cent tequilas.
Yeah, it still wasn't my best look. I've been much
A
better.
lot of tequila pineapple
Alright.
had that night.
I was, dude, like, just thinking back on that, Like, it's shocking that I was worse that night than I was about the Cats losing to than I was on the Cats losing to FAU on my birthday.
Oh, that was on your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, dude. Oh, I forget
To
that
me,
game.
that was a more respectable loss.
That game was so
Than
frustrating.
the way we
were
lost
just-
to the
we were
Chargers.
thinking-
It was the exact formula that K-State followed in losses that whole year. Keontae gets into foul trouble early. They have a big guy that we
Bullshit
can't
foul
compete with.
trouble.
Yes,
then-
bullshit
and
foul
Like
trouble.
the first two are complete phantoms.
and then they take him out, and then he comes back in and he immediately fouls, and you're like,
And then he
dude,
commits
we're
a real foul for his third one.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
we're just losing.
And
the
then he
whole
comes back early. He starts the second half, fouls in the first 3 minutes. You're like, okay. And then they put him in for the last at like the 10-minute mark, and you're like, oh, okay, at least he's in. And then he fouls at the 7-minute mark, and you're like, fuck, dude, we don't have him for last. And their big guy just pounds us inside, and just that was all it was.
Yeah, I hate it when big guys pound me inside.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
sure you hate it.
personally, but- All right, what's the next game?
Oh, they're at Kansas City on Christmas.
Speaking of getting pounded inside,
I don't know. When's the last time KC lost on Christmas?
I don't know. When's the last time they played on Christmas?
Last year?
did we have a Christmas Day game?
Oh, yeah, we did. Because I remember, because my girlfriend,
wasn't-
we were in Chicago. My girlfriend's family is like okay on sports, and they support me supporting sports, but they don't. Well, like they didn't have the Chiefs game on TV as we were opening. They're bigger Christmas people of like.
Did you have the game on your phone?
Yeah, I don't like
Then
my
they
phone.
don't support you.
Yeah. Yeah. But December, Christmas.
You already know. You already know.
Yeah. If it wasn't Christmas, I would almost consider it. But I feel like those games like that where it's like special that Oakland's there, we just fucking destroy them. I'll never forget. And consider I'll be watching it, especially with my girlfriend's family, because the other game I remember watching with their family is the other one that I kind of remember that pops up in my head is the one where they came out and stomped on the logo.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then fumbled first play for a
a
scoop and
touchdown.
score.
a scoop and score.
Yep.
Yes, thank
Yep.
you. Yep.
Wasn't that like
Wasn't that Dan Sorensen too? 'Cause
no?
No, it was some defensive lineman. No, it was Mike Hughes.
I was gonna say it was a second.
Dude, those players that are bad that play for the team that make like one or two annoyingly good plays so that the defensive coordinator has to play them the next week
Yeah.
Mike
are
Hughes.
just so Chiefs.
Mike.
There was what was that guy Gaines? Philip Gaines.
Philip Gaines.
The dude who had the famous stat of
Yep.
targeted 8 times, 7 catches, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He would like have plays like that regularly. And then every once in a while, he would have just a crazy pick. And then Bob Sutton goes, "Oh, he's still our starter."
Yep.
Nobody else could do that.
But yeah, no, Chris Jones punched out that ball. Mike Hughes picked it up, and we were up like 35-0 in the first half. I remember because we took my girlfriend's parents to the airport because we were like, well, fucking might as well take you. It's over.
I took my friend Scott to that game, and Scott doesn't get to go to very many Chiefs games, and it was so boring that we left at halftime.
Are you a season ticket guy? You have a season ticket?
My mom is.
Okay,
My mom and stepdad are.
fair enough.
nice.
They own 4 seats. They own 2 and then 2 in front of them.
Oh,
And so for years, they will resell 2 that they're not using, or they'll give me a set or 2 as a Christmas present.
Sure, yeah.
sure.
But we went to a game last year, and my stepdad got into it with this younger guy that was sitting in front of us, and he kept standing up. He was pissed drunk. He was probably like 20 years old, and he kept like flipping off the refs, and he kept standing up and screaming. He was being an idiot. But then, like with like 1 minute left in the game, Al told him, he was like, "Sit the fuck down." And then everybody in the section was like, "Dude, the game's almost over." So it really embarrassed my mom, and then my mom was like, "Let's not do this anymore." So I don't know if they re-up their season tickets or not.
Oh man,
That stinks.
I think that's my next. Like, I got golf clubs. Like, we have
That's your
big
next big
things
boy
to get.
purchase?
We have like a wedding that we need to do, and like a ring to buy, and we have, we're locked in. It's
it.
almost been 5 years.
Yeah.
We're for sure. This is not news to anybody. We have like a house to buy and stuff.
Nice.
After those things are done, I think my next like big goal in life is Chiefs season tickets.
Which is shockingly affordable compared to like literally. So like I'm going to London for my my soccer team.
Mm-hmm.
After thinking about buying those kinds of tickets, it is honestly like, and we consider American tickets to be pretty pricey nowadays. Like,
Yeah.
Chiefs tickets run you anywhere from 80 to 160, like $80 in the upper tier.
$100 minimum.
Yeah, for
Get in
upper tier
anything,
stuff.
for
For
anything.
upper tier stuff.
And really almost $200
That
minimum.
$100 it won't even.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For my mom and Al seats. Oh yeah, they're
For
great upper level seats. I mean they've sold their playoff tickets for like $600-700 a piece.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
In regular season for $300-400.
But yeah, like you.
yeah, sorry.
There's really
Yeah,
not a bad.
but yeah, you can go to
seats in
you can go to
Arrowhead,
Chiefs
I will
games
say.
for like $120.
Yeah.
You can't go to a soccer game.
Oh, yeah.
For my team for $120. You
yeah.
can't.
Yeah, you just can't.
Yeah, I want Chiefs season tickets. What are they like? $2,000 a year?
It's something like that.
Right.
2-3 grand.
It's got to be right because it's got to be like $200 per ticket, per seat.
And there's like 8 home games.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3
Right.
grand. Yeah.
I don't know.
Lower bowl's a lot more expensive.
Maybe two. Maybe
Lower bowl's like 8,000.
No, no, it's not. It's not $1,000 per ticket. No, no shot. Don't.
It depends on the game. It depends on the time of day.
That's true.
If Mahomes has been out for 2 weeks,
That's
and
what
you're
Truman
watching
and I.
Chad Henne,
That's what Truman and I are really
they
good
go
about.
down.
Is the rainy, snowy games when everyone's like,
Oh.
"Fuck, I don't want to go."
Gotta go.
Truman and I are like, "Yep, go on."
That's why we're going on New Year's because it's Chiefs Bengals and it's under $200 because it's a holiday. The holiday games are the Christmas. You go to the Christmas game with the Raiders for under $100.
Yeah, for like $70 average.
nuts.
If I was in Kansas City,
That's nuts.
we would be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll be in Chicago.
Okay.
Okay. Oh wait, hold on. We got to finish the. Okay. Last game to pick, December 31st. The Raiders go to Indianapolis. Me and Owen have already picked this as Indianapolis W's.
I was gonna say, give me the Colts.
I think Anthony Richardson will be good enough at this point to get this done.
Yeah, I'll take the Colts.
And then we've already picked Denver.
God damn. So I picked. See, and this is where we talk about. I picked the Raiders at 2-15. Owens picked them at 1-16. Ben, you have picked them at probably the correct answer of 6-11. As a group, we have picked them at 2-15.
Wow.
Damn.
So
I feel like it's probably between 2 and 6.
All right,
wins.
time to pick these fucking
Yeah.
Chargers.
I feel like
Five.
four or five is probably.
I wonder what the
smart.
Vegas. Because
I bet they're giving them 5.5.
speaking of Vegas win totals, K-State 7.5.
Oh my God!
Easy.
Bet
I've already
the-
put money on it.
Take that over. Hold your scrotum up to it and then hammer it.
Yeah, holy shit, terrible.
I mean, Jesus.
I'm pretty
Christ.
sure I've already bet on it.
7.5.
Yeah, just crazy.
If you tell me right now, tell me 5 games we're losing, and I will go outside and kill myself.
You can't bet it on MGM yet, which is really pissing me off.
I forget you're an MGM guy. That's the
Only
worst
because
app.
FanDuel.
They have the worst.
I would use
has the
FanDuel,
best interface.
but when they gave you all the free bets, I bet one of the MGM bets was a $50 free bet, and I put it on a Jody Fortson anytime touchdown, and it was against the Cardinals.
And it cashed out.
So that cashed. So I've been playing
was-
around with 350 free
They
bucks.
got you so good.
Dude, I was
Hook, line, and
roasting.
sinker.
Well, yeah, but it's not a.
I was
so
roasting
basically-
Owen, too.
So, yeah, Truman was like, "That's a stupid bet," and then they lined up, and Jody Fortson was on thing. I was like, "Oh, Truman, this is the play. this is the play." And then they started the routes. I was like, "He's open! Let me throw it to him." And they gave it to him. I was like, "Ah!" I was freaking
That's
out.
all it takes. One,
I bought-
one good. Prop
Yeah, I
bet.
bought all of my I bought all of my boys' shots.
I mean, hey, that's the way to do it.
It was awesome. It was just
Team
truly
result, exact. Sorry, I'm still trying to find. Oh, wins. I'm so stupid. It was right there. Okay, the win total for the Raiders. I'll check Denver too while we're here.
awesome.
Final
Yeah,
guesses?
MGM has it over 8, unfortunately.
6.5. You're right on the number, and I think that
that
under
right?
is easy. I think that's an easy under.
Yeah, I'd hammer the under on that.
6.5. Yeah.
Most of my picks came from a place of optimism, I suppose.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
No.
You were optimistic about the Raiders, and they still
Look,
went 6-11.
look. I didn't believe in Derek Carr. I don't really believe in Jimmy G, but I think there's some kind of formula that's going to work at least a little bit. They're not going to be the embarrassment of the league.
Oh, they're not going to be that bad. Once again, this is just how this unfortunately works.
See, it's funny. You go game by game, and I told you what 6 or
Right.
5.
Yeah.
I would say if you were to ask me just back up and give me a win loss, I would say 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But I think
Denver Broncos over under is 8.5.
No, under. Oh my God, so under it could be the taint.
Yep.
no way.
That's as under as it gets, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
no
I'm
way.
gonna have to
Dead
go the
middle.
under.
Poke your butthole.
Yeah, I
That's-
did bet.
That's under.
I did bet K-State over 8 wins.
Yeah, I would bet K-State over 9 wins if you gave me the odds.
You can. You go FanDuel will let you do alternate spread.
It does. It does let you, or DraftKings lets you slide it. I was just looking at it. You can do like sliders on.
Well, that's nice.
Oh, dude, yeah.
That's kind of
Shit,
fun.
I might have to cash out my money in MGM, put it in DraftKings.
Yeah.
Well, I
Let's
want to give a
see.
little shout. There's a girl on a K-State Twitter who does betting, Kelly.
Oh, Kelly in Vegas.
What's her preferred site? She's a big plug for
Well, she was a Barstool person. I think she left, right?
Yeah, now it's a whole
Thank
other
God.
thing. It's
Thank
a
God she
smaller
left. Oh,
smaller book.
Did she do points bet?
No.
No. Points bet is cool. Have you done?
Does
a
she
points
bet River Sports?
No. I just can't think of the name. It's like a
It's funny. We watched a gambling documentary. Me and my dad watched a sports gambling documentary together about
Kelly,
it.
if you're out there, I love you.
And Kelly in Vegas was on that. Oh
Mhm.
yeah. And Kelly and she was and she I didn't know she was K-State or anything, and then all of a sudden she was everywhere. Like she got signed by Barstool, and then she was a
Yeah.
K-State person.
Well, and honestly, a lot of times the equivalent of what she does, I generally find annoying.
Superbook.
Superbook.
I've never heard of Superbook before.
A lot of the things that she does and she plugs, and I'm like, oh, she's just another talking head trying to plug content. Actually, she makes those videos with the text pops up, and she's pretty insightful. She has pretty good sports betting advice.
Yeah, no, she's one of the best.
So
in the industry.
respect.
Yeah. And she's K-Stater. Way better than having was it BTK as a fan? When people posted the infamous.
Oh God!
I know all the KU fans.
Literally,
It's
guys,
BTK,
people
they'll
have been
post-
posting that picture forever.
Oh, I
Just
know.
last
It's
week,
so stupid.
someone told me that was BTK.
Yeah,
I just thought
Really?
it was
You
some.
didn't know
No,
that?
up
Oh,
until this last week.
That's why that
his
picture's
da-
so bad.
He didn't go to K-State, but his daughter went to K-State.
Yeah.
He was just a fan.
Yeah, dead
They
ass.
post somebody else. They also out of all people that I didn't know who went to K-State, the person I can't remember their name. I never knew their name, but the guy who was in Biden's cabinet that kept stealing luggage
What?
and got arrested.
What?
You remember that?
No.
Oh my gosh, it was. But somebody posted him. I was like, what? It's like that guy he went to K-State for his undergrad and then went to MIT to get his
Well,
doctorate.
Will
or something. I was
Ferrell.
like,
Will Ferrell has been spotted in K-State stuff, but I don't think he went to K-State.
No, he went to. I just saw this the other day because he did a tour in Manhattan and he wore K-State. There's all these memes him kicking the Jayhawk on stage.
Yeah,
and-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he did a tour. No, he went to it's a Pac-12 school.
Yeah,
sadly.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
it sucks.
you.
But hey, it doesn't matter.
It
All
might be-
all
it
that
might be
matters
Cal.
is that on the
Oh.
set of Modern Family, Stone Street got Sofia Vergara to wear a K-State shirt.
Yes,
So that is,
Hell yeah.
come on, baby,
big old titties.
mint.
Big
little-
old god titties.
Love me some
Yes.
Sofia Vergara.
Yeah,
A little bit different, but one time Jim Harbaugh was at my high school watching his cousin play basketball,
Nice.
which was weird.
That's crazy.
His cousin goes to Blue Springs,
And you just looked over and you're like,
or
holy shit.
his nephew or
Is
something.
that where you went to high school?
I don't know. I don't think they're from anywhere around here, but just for some family member. I remember people posted pictures and they're like, Jim Harbaugh is at our basketball game right now. I was like, what? And I think I went in there. I was like, what the fuck? That's just Jim Harbaugh. And he was wearing the khakis and just a sweater. I think he's still with the 49ers at the time. I think he was wearing a 49ers hat
Wow.
and he was just hanging out. I was like, what the this is really fucking Jim Harbaugh right there. That's
That's
so
wild.
And he looks exactly like he looks on TV.
Yeah.
Some people don't, but
Yeah,
that
that's
guy,
true.
I mean, just
Yeah, because he
tight
always.
skin, but really no wrinkles. But it's just looks tight, I don't know how to describe it.
Looks like his face muscles are strong from yelling all day.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Great example. Okay. All right. Let's cruise through the Chargers here. September, because I know we're going to talk about the Chiefs for so long. All right. September 10th, they open season at home against Miami
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, guys.
I picked the Dolphins.
I've already picked the Chargers.
I'm
so-
going to go Owen here as it pertains to the Raiders.
Oh, no.
I'm going to give the Chargers not the benefit of the doubt most times.
I think it's about time that the wheels fall off the wagon. I think
They have the worst coach in the NFL.
uh,
That guy is a fucking idiot.
No, he's not worse than Mike Daniels.
as a somewhat analytics
Mike
believer,
McDaniels.
especially somebody who plays. and I described this. We did this on the show. So this is a great gambling metaphor. We're in Vegas. You play blackjack. If you have 16, you can either hit or don't hit.
You don't hit on 16.
You don't hit on 16?
No.
I hit on 16. But no matter what, you have to stick it out. You have to do that every single time.
In order for your numbers to work.
Yeah, for the math to work out, you can't go, I don't feel like it here.
But the Chargers are hit on 16. The Chargers are at 16 so often.
Right.
That you have to be perfect.
Right. And we talked about this, is that he had a time where it was time to go for it.
Yeah,
and
that week one, the week one win against the Chiefs.
Yes, where everybody's like, he didn't get it. He didn't get fourth down. He like they failed 3 times and they lost. But it wasn't the 3 times that he failed. It was a very obvious one later in the game, 4th and 1. You just QB sneak it, and he didn't go for it. He punted it, and then they lost because he punted it to Mahomes with like a minute left or something. And I'm like, that's why you lost. It's because you didn't hit on the 16 again.
He's inconsistent. He has terrible judgment.
Yeah.
I think that's just going to only echo in his own eardrums.
Yep.
No, I'm not a believer in
Well, and Eckler's been overused.
And Eckler's pissed off at the industry and his team and the running back position. Dude, there is no recipe here where the Chargers suddenly fucking come together.
Keenan Allen gets hurt all the time. Mike Williams always gets hurt because I always draft him. I always believe in him, and he always gets hurt.
They always stab somebody in the chest and puncture his fucking lung.
Right. Khalil Mack is falling. Khalil Mack is falling off. Joey Bosa gets hurt.
I'm still pissed.
I
managed to draft.
Joey Bosa is the most unserious football player who ever lived.
What do you mean?
I mean, I have seen so many videos of him where it's a highlight of a play, and people don't really pay attention because the pass gets off, and people aren't watching the line anymore. People aren't watching the trenches. Joey Bosa gives up so early on plays. Joey Bosa is not in football shape. Joey Bosa has his hands on his hips as often as you fucking breathe. Every play. He fucks up. He puts his hands on his hips. Then he has a bad attitude. Then he goes on the sidelines. Then he says, I need a break. Or he says, this hurts. Or he says, I'm not ready to go back in. And then he demands more money. And then you've seen the videos where, I'm sorry, have you seen the video where he's at the Niners game and somebody heckles him and he can't fucking handle it? And that is a perfect.
He's like, I got more money than you, dog.
Yes,
that
like, guy is the most unserious football player of all time. Yeah, I cannot say enough bad things about Joey Bosa.
Oh, it was a Philly fan because he walked up.
Yep.
It was the same kind of voice as the "Go Birds." It was Bosa.
Yeah, Bosa. Oh, your brother's playing today. What are you doing? He's like, I don't know. I'm making more fucking money than you are.
Fucking bitches. Yeah.
Fuck, just go away. Just walk away and laugh at the guy. That's all you have to do, and he can't do it.
No, he's a weird. Everybody thought he was going to be what Nick Bosa is.
And you know what? If he demanded half the money, or he voluntarily took some plays off to rest himself, I think that a lot of that fault would be erased. There is something to me, and I continue to use this word, it's unserious. He demands all the money. He insists that he's every bit as good as every pass rusher in the NFL, but he cannot even admit that he's not ready to play enough snaps.
Yeah.
He cannot handle himself personally.
No.
He is not in physical shape. And I think that the more Chargers fans you see that hitch their wagon to that train, no. Oh, my God. That is the most out of shape, just unserious person. There's no reason to ever say, well, I think the Chargers are going to be good because of Joey Bosa. No, that guy.
And the worst part is, after all that, he's a good player. But with that unserious mentality,
1 out of every 5 plays, he's a great player.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But with that unserious mentality, you can't hope to win. I mean, I don't want to compare the NFL to high school sports, but we all know that kind of guy. He's been the best player for a couple of years on your high school team, and so he takes so many plays off that he's no longer a good player.
Right. Exactly.
But here's the thing: because he thinks that he knows what are the plays to take off and what are the plays to be serious. And then there's so much left on the table that he'll never address it. He never knows. He doesn't even know because he didn't give his effort.
It's one of those where I kind of want to see his PFF grade because I bet it's probably like who's the guy from the Bucks?
Devin White.
Devin White. Yeah. Devin White is a great example of it. Devin White has a lot of highlight plays. but his PFF grade is shit because if you watch his play, he has highlight play, and then he has 2 plays where he's just not even fucking close to anything.
Yep.
And it's the kind of the same thing.
That's a great comparison.
I wonder if it's the same thing with Joey Bosa going on. But yeah.
Yeah, but even though fuck PFF.
But I bet Joey, fuck PFF.
Pro.
But I also bet that Devin White
Semi-pro.
has more composure in public than Joey Bosa does.
Oh, Truman, you're talking about semi-pro football out of focus.
Helps
Shout
to have
out
a
Bob.
ring.
Shout out Bob Fesco.
Semi-
Even though I don't really like the morning show,
Nah, I don't really fuck with Joe.
but I think semi-pro football out of focus is the best thing he's ever said on the radio.
That's fair. All right.
Although, here, real quick, last thing before we move on. I will definitely post PFF grades when it benefits my favorite players, but it's terrible if it makes my favorite players.
I'm not gonna
look
lie.
bad.
I've muted the word PFF on Twitter.
I love it.
I've
recently blocked Pickettsburg on
I didn't know that was a
Twitter.
thing.
Oh, he
it's
replies to like every other NFL team's post, like 4 or 5 tweets.
Yeah, it was the same thing with the Joe Burrow one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
about the-
right after, I can't remember that guy's name, but yeah, it was the same kind of thing where that guy would post like 8 responses to every Chiefs. You're like, Jesus Christ! It's
There
like,
was a Bucks.
You're like
fan
at
who
some
did
point it's
that.
not even entertaining.
oh,
John.
official John.
Official John. Yeah.
But people,
I
but the
blocked-
Twitter
I
Twitter
muted the
community
phrase
turned back around on
"mafraud"
him.
and win a real ring. I muted those shits like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Best decision. Of all
Yes.
Yes,
It's like, I'm
but
so
official John, everybody was out on him. Everybody's like, so stupid. But for some reason, he had like a redemption arc. And
Yeah, he
now
was
he
kinda
just
funny.
doesn't do anything anymore.
Yeah, he was.
Good.
It was so weird.
Yeah, he did have kind of a redemption. He got original material. He kind of got funny,
Yeah.
and then he stopped tweeting.
Yeah. It was like, you figured it out, and then you stop.
It's kind of like Jayhawk Takeover, but Jayhawk's Takeover's cycle is way quicker.
Yeah.
Like, Jayhawk Takeover's, most of his tweets are like, these are fucking just garbage.
He's a
takes.
smart guy.
And then every once
No,
in
he's not. I
and then-
used to
No, you
think
don't?
that. I used to think that.
Really?
and then every
Jayhawk takeover.
every once in a while though, he has like, you're like, oh, that's a banger tweet, that's funny, and then he just goes back to his garbage shit, and you're like, no.
we were talking about this because he started to give K-State some props, and he's like, K-State is doing for it. And then he just hard tanked again, right?
Well, sometimes I think that what he tweets, I'll read one tweet and I'll think, oh, that's bait. He wants people to respond.
Yeah.
And then I read 4 in a row and I'm like, this guy, I think he really thinks that. Like nobody's posting.
No, hey,
bait.
no one's, but he has the benefit of now there's a worse KU Twitter account, KU Revolution.
KU Revolution and
He was
Dylan
the one that
Lear.
tweeted at you, right?
Dylan Lear. I blocked KU Revolution.
Well,
That was crazy.
No,
though.
KU Revolution.
Dude, I don't
is-
block anybody, and I blocked
KU
him.
Revolution is like
insane-
cringe tier because he'll post a bad take that's trying to farm interactions, and then he'll tweet at he'll go through
Yes.
all of his previous
Yes.
tweets and look up people that have been in conversation.
Yes, he will.
I got
He added-
included in one.
He
At
added like
Dylan
30
Dahm.
of them, yeah.
At
I-
Namert Needs.
Yeah, right.
I did not even.
At every man a walk. Yeah.
I
But
didn't
yeah,
even-
you guys like
he
K-State.
tweeted that photo, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on with that?" It was you and somebody else, right? Just somebody weird that he like photoshopped onto the body.
Yeah.
That was super weird.
Yeah, I
He
stopped.
did that to just
Yeah.
like,
I didn't respond to his tweet. And
you might have done to like Caleb too or something.
but Jayhawk Takeover.
Somebody like that.
Like Jayhawk Takeover, at least has followers. He's got 1,200 followers.
Well, it took him a long goddamn time.
But KU Revolution has 73 followers.
yeah.
that's a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
And he
I thought it
doesn't.
was like 16.
No, he has no followers.
Yeah. Yeah, he has
Well,
no following.
And no one follows him either.
Have you guys seen it was like the Bob Ellis one, where it's like a red, it's like a bird, and
Ellis.
it's like a Twitter bird.
Ellis
he's-
Linson.
Yeah, something. Yeah, exactly. It's got like the red.
Yeah, he's
I got
probably-
into a talk with him one time where because he kept posting the nobody believes you were the Big 12 champion or whatever, and he tweeted it out, and he always quote tweets it under other people's
Yeah.
tweets.
Yeah, and
and
it's
I
like
went
43 quote tweets. On
yes,
his-
and they're all him quote tweeting it.
yes, yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you? You've tweeted this, and you tweeted this in March, and now you've quote tweeted it 45 times.
So here is my favorite, and I don't mean to sidetrack us any farther.
Oh no, we're deep.
To
in
me,
it. This is why we're
to
here.
me, the way that I have combated this, not just from Ellis, from any other, there are so many people that say, well, maybe you won the Big 12, but TCU had a better season. And you would have rather done that. And I can't, like a week before the Big 12 title game, I put out a poll. And I said, hey, K-State fans, what would you rather do? Because this is before either game happened.
Right.
Would you rather lose to TCU
Or
and
beat-
not be Big 12 champions and then go on to beat Bama and win the Sugar Bowl? Or would you rather beat TCU, win the Big 12, and I even gave both examples. I said we can throttle TCU and get throttled by Bama, or we can barely win one and then get every example. And the very overwhelming consensus was that people would rather have the Big 12 title before that game got played.
Yeah.
And so everyone always
take the
says,
fucking
"Oh, it's easy to say that now." And then I go, "No, here's a fucking poll that I put out a week before the game happened.
Right.
Everybody that's a K-State fan, it was like 87-13. Everybody wanted the Big 12 title over the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah,
Well,
take
and
the
if
hard
you
work.
lose the Big 12 title and you go and beat Bama, you know what everybody says?
Who cares? You didn't win the Big 12.
Bama wasn't even in the national title game. They had a
That's
down
the
year.
worst Bama team that's been in 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. Worst Bama team in 10 years.
Because
What do
they
you mean?
still say that now, even though we lost.
Yeah. And they say the same thing if you won.
So we have a trophy to show.
Exactly.
Eat my dick.
I'd
Well, the
much
thing
rather
is,
have a Big 12
the
title.
thing is that people only look at hardware. 10 years from now, no one goes, oh, hey, but remember, K-State went on to lose to Alabama and Bryce Young.
No.
No one says that.
No.
Sugar Bowl champions doesn't go on the stadium.
You know
Big
what no
12
one has
champions
ever
does.
brought up until this
We
conversation
beat
right now?
13-0 TCU.
Yeah.
We did.
You know what no one talks about right now? That K-State lost that Liberty Bowl to Navy. No one talks about that at all.
Yeah, I don't give a shit
That
about
was a heartbreaker of a game.
That
We
was
should-
a heartbreaker
we
game.
should not have
And you
lost
knew
that.
that. Oh, you knew that play was coming the whole time too.
Yeah.
They ran. You're like, oh, the trick. They're setting you up for the trick play.
Yeah, I mean,
on
we all
fourth
remember
down.
the game,
Yeah.
but no one cares because we don't because we didn't win. So
Yes.
yeah,
Speaking of nobody cares,
Can you tell me the bowl game that K-State went on to play after the 2003 Big 12 title? I have to think about it.
Couldn't tell
this
you.
this might depress you. I was 6, and I was a Mizzou.
I was 13.
I was a Mizzou fan.
I was also I was a
I was a Mizzou fan at that time too.
KU fan at that point.
I was a KU fan
You.
from 06 to 08.
Yeah,
I dated
During Ron
girls.
dated a girl.
Actually, yeah,
Convenient.
I dated a couple girls between high school and after high school, and it was just kind of what you did.
Did you grow up Kansas side, Missouri
Yeah.
side?
Oh, I grew up. I lived in Wichita till I was 10,
Oh,
and then, but I went to. I was at so many games in the late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I went to so many Michael Bishop and Jonathan Beasley games with my dad, but I didn't give a shit. I went because like I loved my dad, and we just like
And
did
he
our
wanted
thing.
to go, yeah.
right.
And so, but then like I never cared about sports that entire time. And then I dated a couple girls in high school, and they were KU fans, and I was in Johnson County, and that's kind of what you do is root for KU. And then I remember one
That's
day,
kinda
I think I
wild,
was like
yeah.
I was like 18 or 19, and my dad, I remember this. He was cooking burgers on the grill, and I walked down the patio stairs, and I had given this some thought, and I go, hey Dad, I think I'm a K-State fan again. And he goes, I knew you'd come around.
Yeah.
He told me right then, and then later we dove into it, and he goes, I knew you got into KU. That's what you do in your high school in your Johnson County. He goes, I never pressured you. I knew you'd come back. But sure enough, all those memories of my childhood of Aggieville came rushing back to me, and I was like, of course, this is who I am.
Right, of course.
And I went to one K-State game, and I was like, yeah, dude, I feel way closer to this than I ever have in Lawrence. I was like, fuck those yuppie dicks.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
that's kind of what happened to me.
Growing up on the Missouri side, anybody on the Missouri side hates Johnson County.
Yes,
Because Johnson County thinks of Missouri as trash.
they are.
Yep.
Or well, okay. Well, all right. Well, we don't have to talk about it. But it's fine.
I mean,
So on the Missouri side, you especially coming from like Raytown, you really resent Johnson County.
Yeah.
And KU embodies Johnson County for me.
it does.
So I've had just a deep I've always had just a deep hatred for KU.
Yeah, for me.
But like the people that I've met in like my work life and stuff like that, or like friends post that have gone to KU, a lot of them are really fine.
Yeah,
But
down
it's
to
because they're my friends, they're my kind of people that I
Yeah.
gravitate
right.
towards. But go to KU games, go to K-State game versus KU. Sorry, I'm not about to cry. I'm about to hiccup or burp. I can't figure it out. But it's the same thing you had going on over there. But it was like, you go to KU games and they're just the worst people.
Yeah.
They are.
Like you run in just the worst kind of people.
Yes,
man.
I remember being like 17, and like, I remember because I grew up semi K-State fanish. I didn't really have any preference one way or the other, but I remember being like 17, and I was a KU fan, and we were playing. It was like the freshman Jacob Pullen team, and I remember all my friends were like, "Yeah, fuck those guys," and I kept going, I was like, but why? Like, what do they do to you? Like, what do you have against this team? And they were like, I don't know. It's K-State, so fuck them. And I was like, well, that's a weird reason to hate somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of how it happened to be. So, like, I was born in New Jersey, and I grew,
Rutgers.
and I
Guido and
my mom
come
did actually
on.
work at Rutgers. Actually,
Did she really?
She actually did work at Rutgers. Yeah, but so I come in, and I spent most of my life here, went to kindergarten and whatever. So my family moved in, and so we had absolutely no ties to anybody. But like you said, Johnson County, you kind of cheer for KU. That's what you do.
Yeah.
And as I grew up, I had always lived right next to K-State fans, and we watched the what was it, the 2013 game against OU.
But we almost won.
Oh yeah.
40 to
Or
30. Tyler
yeah.
Lockett had 440 all-purpose yards. That game.
But what was the one
geez.
where we did beat Oklahoma in the? It was 2012, or
2012 was the one in Norman.
yeah,
Under the lights with
where
Colin
we
Klein.
yeah
Because Blake Bell fumbled the snap on the goal.
yeah. So I watched that game. Wait, no, what was the one before that?
We kept it
2000
close. 2011. We kept it close until halftime. And
There was a game. I just remember watching a game where I was like, where it was K-State against Oklahoma, and I thought for sure that we were like, who's probably gonna win? It's like, Oklahoma's probably gonna win.
Got to
this
be
game.
2012.
Yeah,
Yeah,
must have
gotta
been.
be 2012.
Must have been. But yeah, by freshman year,
Of high school?
high school,
Makes sense.
maybe. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But
Are you 8 years younger than me? Are you 25?
26. Yeah.
Okay.
We're both 26. No biggie. Yeah. I
No
don't know.
worries. My roommate's older than you.
Oh no. Yeah. It's not a judgment. I guess I thought you were 28.
I'll take it, baby. Come on. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
we're
like,
we're
I
pretty
wouldn't
mature.
ID you if I worked at a liquor store and you walked in. That's all.
hell
Yeah, I
yeah.
appreciate that.
That's crazy because I always get ID'd.
You never, I just shaved. Just shaved upstairs. I did
But-
shave in the shower. I didn't
But
do
yeah,
anything
so
else in
like
the shower, just
I
shaved.
always grew up for cheering for KU, but my family
My face. Sorry, all right, you're
didn't
finished.
have
Okay.
super strong
Okay.
ties. And then as throughout high school, one of my best friends ended up going to K-State my junior year, and so I was like, hey, maybe I should start cheering for K-State. And him going to K-State really kind of made up my mind for K-State.
Mm-hmm.
And the second I put my boots on the ground at K-State, like just the interactions with KU fans
Yep.
were just super negative. And my family had told me, it's like, we obviously have grown up, here in Kansas, watching KU. So I don't know how quick, we're going to be able to cheer for the Wildcats and KU. We'll probably still cheer a lot for KU. And then within 3 months of, going to my stuff and just seeing how K-State fans get talked to by KU fans, they're like, yeah, we can't,
Yeah.
I picked
There's no
K-State.
supporting that.
Yeah, I picked K-State for engineering in 7th grade. I knew I was like, I'm gonna go to K-State, do architectural engineering, for whatever reason.
And that's what you do now.
That's exactly what I did. Yeah, and I did it. Oddly enough, I'm the one person that picked
fucking
something
awesome.
in 7th grade that was like, I'm gonna do that. Did that. Do the thing in the field now. It's crazy, but
that is kind of crazy.
You just laid your shit out and you were like, yeah, everybody who gets in my way can suck my dick.
yeah, it made sense because it was like architectural engineering. It's like you either have to go KU, K-State, or Missouri S&T. I was like, I like girls, so I'm not going Missouri S&T.
Yeah.
I said, fuck KU, so we're going to K-State. And then
S&T is like what, 8-1 men to girl, right?
yeah. No, it's 4-1. 4-1. The ratio, as
Yeah,
they call it.
it's still
Yeah.
crazy.
But
Just get okay with the Eiffel Tower and it's fine.
Yeah, you had to be the Eiffel
Sorry.
Tower
We can
plus
edit
one,
that
dude.
out. I hope we can edit that out.
oh no, we're leaving it. But when we went to go visit, I remember like I was already pretty sure, but like sophomore year we went to visit. I mean, and everybody was just so nice at K-State.
Yeah.
My parents were like, it is so nice here.
People think that's a
Really?
homer take. Go to all the campuses. No, dude.
Just the first step on it, like for an actual college visit where they take you around, everybody they blew us away, and we're like, okay.
Well, yeah,
great.
those paid. Obviously, the people that paid to give you the tour are nice.
Right.
And then just every random person you walk into, like you'll be walking by, talk about something. A faculty member will walk by here in your conversation. Oh, hey, heard you talking about this lab or whatever. Do you want to just come see it right now?
If I could walk into Bosco's office, everybody gets to go into like Dean Bosco's office.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Man, miss that guy.
And you go to a football game and they say, welcome to K-State. And people think that's this fucking act. No, I've walked into Manhattan in KU colors as a teenager, and they tore my ticket. And they said, welcome to K-State. And I was in my head, I was like, damn, stop being so nice.
Damn, that's so nice. Yeah.
But if you play that card now, people, you're just hyping it up. No, I go to Lawrence. I go to Lawrence every 2 years.
Yeah.
Because it's when K-State plays it That's my favorite game on K-State's schedule ever. I goddamn love going to Lawrence.
Away
Lawrence
game.
For so many reasons. Number one,
The
it's
porta
a
potties.
guaranteed win.
No, sorry. I thought that was porta potties. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's like 4th or 5th.
God, dude, nothing is fun. Sorry.
Actually, here's the thing. As much as I make fun of the porta potties, there is a lot to be said that they put those up because they recognized that their facilities were inadequate.
That is nice.
And because I went to the KU K-State game in 2010 and 2011, which is when they added teams. And for some reason, K-State got screwed, and we didn't get to have the home and home. So we went to Lawrence in back-to-back years in 2010 and 2011. And I remember both times thinking, God damn, I'm missing a good chunk of the game because I'm waiting in line for the fucking bathroom. And so I remember going back, and at that point I enlisted, and then it was probably 5 or 7 years. But I came back home in 2017, and they had the porta potties up. And I was like, this is great. If they're not going to be able to renovate their bathrooms, at least make it quick and sure thing. So, like, yeah, it's fun. It's easy to make fun of the porta potties. They do it because it's actually getting you back to your seat quicker.
Yeah.
And so I'm not trying to jerk off KU, but by the same token, that's one thing.
At least they did it.
At least they did it. And if you ever heard one of their fans make the argument that I'm making, then you could walk away from it. But they don't. They don't even know. They think it's just a knock. They have no idea that it actually is conducive.
Yeah, but it's still funny, though.
It's still fucking funny.
Well, the funniest part is that they went to the Liberty Bowl, and Memphis had a boil order on their water.
Oh, yeah.
And so none of the bathrooms worked. So they had porta potties in the Liberty Bowl. I was like, dude, that's so funny. I was like, oh, my God.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I talked to, like, my KU fan, like, my KU graduate coworkers, and some of them went to the Liberty Bowl, and they were like, yeah, there's porta potties in the Liberty Bowl. I was like, that's fucking cool. But they're like, but it was like you could only drink bottled water. Like it was an Memphis shit town to be in anyways. And if you can't even drink water, oh my God,
that's
it's
like
an
the
even
worst
shittier
stadium
town.
in D1, isn't it?
Yeah.
Speaking about teams with the worst stadiums in D1.
At
Los Angeles
Chargers
Chargers.
at Tennessee Titans week 2.
SoFi is freaking.
What? What'd you say?
SoFi Stadium. It's a box.
The box?
Yeah, a box. A BOX. It's small. It's not good.
What?
SoFi's not good.
How is it?
It's a small stadium.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's smaller than Arrowhead.
Yeah,
Most stadiums.
Most stadiums are smaller than Arrowhead. Arrowhead's
don't
like
like the
top
way
5
SoFi
capacity in the NFL, if not like top 3.
People compare
SoFi's
NFL
probably got like
stadiums
65.
too much to college stadiums.
Right.
Like 70.
Oh, it's not Ohio State.
It's-
SoFi is 70?
Yes, it's 12,000 less than Arrowhead.
Hold on.
Arrowhead's 82.
82, yeah.
I think they took out some, because it used to be 88. And I think they took out some when they added like the drum stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Arrowhead's
drum
82
deck.
because I remember it was like, well, Arrowhead's pretty big, and then you look up and the fucking big house for Michigan's 90.
Yeah, but you know how many bad seats are in that?
Yeah, Arrowhead is the 6th. Sorry. Arrowhead is the 6th largest city. Wait. Hold on. It's counting Michigan Stadium in this list. Kansas City's number 5 biggest stadiums in the
NFL?
in the NFL.
What? That's crazy to me.
What's number 1? Dallas?
Yes, Dallas.
Okay.
Did you go to the?
It's bigger
I went
than
to the Cotton
NRG.
Bowl, in Columbus.
I actually love AT&T.
It was incredible.
It's an awesome.
It was worth the
stadium.
drive just to see the stadium.
It's an easy drive too. You just take 35.
It's great. And every time you stop, there's a Whataburger and there's a gas station
And a
the
Buc-ee's.
gas station in the Buc-ee's and there's a gas station that's full of people in purple. And you walk into the gas station, someone's walking out wearing a K-State shirt, and you just high five them because you know what they're doing. They know what you're doing.
Yeah, K-State travels so well.
Sorry, Arrowhead's actually number 4, not number 5.
What?
And actually,
the
MetLife
NFL?
is number 1 in the NFL. Sorry.
That makes sense.
And
Really?
Arrowhead has 76,416, which is how many more seats than SoFi own?
6,000.
6,000 more seats. That's
Yeah.
right. SoFi's
Get fucked, nerds.
SoFi's number 12.
Yeah,
in it.
6,000. We're also gonna have 6,000 more Super Bowls. 10,000.
You're still
years from
stuck.
now.
You're still held up on the what was that? The StubHub Center when they were playing in that soccer stadium.
I did go.
That
I was
soccer
in
stadium.
that stadium as well.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
went to that?
Well, it was in high school, and we went to a trip on a band trip to California.
Okay. All right. That being said,
We gotta cook.
speaking of bad stadiums, at Tennessee does have bad stadiums.
I'm
That's why
fine with
they're
Nissan.
rebuilding. They're rebuilding the stadium.
Who are we doing now?
I've been
Chargers.
To I've been to Nissan.
Is
At
this
Tennessee.
week 1?
This is week 2. We picked week 1.
Oh, Dolphins.
Yes.
Okay. No, give me the Titans.
Whoa, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. They're at Minnesota week 3. I picked this as a Minnesota W. Owens picked this as a Chargers
Give
W.
me the Vikings.
Interesting.
And I'm not going to just pick it blindly, but you got to give me a compelling argument.
And then the Chargers have the worst bye week in the league.
Yep.
The week 5 bye week.
Yes, week 4, they get to host Las Vegas. We've already picked this. I picked this as a W. Owen picked this as a W. Ben, you picked this as a Chargers loss. So you have going into the bye week 0-4.
0-4.
I am at 2-2. Owen has them at 3-1.
Sounds to me like it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Okay. After the bye week, they face the
I need a
Dallas
smiley
Cowboys
photo.
on
like
October
a weird
16th. Me and Owen have already picked this as a Chargers W.
Against the Cowboys
They get to host the
in
Cowboys.
L.A.
Yeah.
Is it a primetime game?
I should have known.
When it's close, to me, that's a difference maker.
That's fair. October, what is that, 16th? Yeah. It's on Sunday. It is... What the fuck? Where is it?
I'll say if it's primetime, it's Cowboys. If it's a regular game, give me the Chargers.
It's Monday Night Football.
Give me the Cowboys.
Give me the Cowboys.
I didn't want to go 1-5, but here the fuck we are.
Yep. That's
Wait, what's
fair.
the Monday Night Football theme? Is that the da-da-da-da?
Donna. Yeah, that is. Mm-hmm. Okay, October 22nd at Kansas City.
L.
Legally, I have to pick this as a W, I think. Because
The Chargers?
I have too many Chiefs. I have too many Chiefs W's, I think. And the Chiefs don't lose on the road.
No, they don't.
Never, Patrick Mahomes
what?
never lost a division road game. But
Okay,
he has
give me the
lost home
Chargers.
games.
Give me the Chargers.
I can't, guys. I can't.
Actually, give me the
Chargers.
Chargers. Because to me, that's the most Charger shit ever. 0-5 Chargers.
Coming into 5-0 probably.
Oh,
the
yeah,
5-0
sure. You know what?
Kansas City.
Sure.
Or
You know,
6-0 because we don't have a shitty bye
Yeah,
week.
sure. I'll
Yeah.
give it to you guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me the Chargers.
Yep. Yeah, this feels
they'll
this feels
high-five
like a
and-
dumb one that Mahomes overlooks.
They'll rub nut sacks together and they'll high five and they'll do weird Charger shit.
And then they'll go
Yep.
on like a 3-game loss streak or something.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and then they'll go back to sucking.
Then they'll eliminate their playoff contention before they even win another game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
October 29th. Oh, well, speaking of games they can win, October 29th they get to host the Chicago Bears. Me and Owen have already picked this as a W for the Chargers.
They'll win that. Yeah.
Yep.
And they'll start a little 2-0 hot streak.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're
and
like
then ESPN will go, the Chargers, the team to beat in the AFC at 2-6.
Yep. November 6th they go to New York to face the Jets. Me and Owen have already picked this as a Jets W.
I think it's stupid enough that that's the Chargers W.
Okay. Again, they don't win when they win when it doesn't make sense, and
Yep.
they lose when it
Yep.
doesn't make sense.
Yep.
The Chargers as a team does not make sense.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow, Owen. Oh wow, Owen. All right. November 12th, they get to come home to face Detroit. This is
Lions.
okay. Interesting.
Lions.
I was gonna say this is a battle of like teams
Truman,
that you've
can you
picked.
scroll up for me, please? How many wins did I give them to start the season? Starting like 4-1.
3-1.
That's 6-1.
Oh yeah.
Starting off at 6-1. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm at 8 wins total right now.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll tell you. Okay, November 19th, they're at Green Bay. I picked this as a Chargers W. Owen has picked this as a Chargers loss.
No, I'll take the Packers. Yeah.
Fair enough. November 26th.
This is a rough stretch of games for them.
Yeah, November 26th, they get to host Baltimore. Me and Owen both picked this as
No,
a Baltimore W.
Yeah. That's Ravens.
December 3rd, they're at New England. We already picked this as a New England W, which is weird, honestly. Again, maybe we were too high on New England.
Maybe I said
We had a New
Chargers
England
narrative.
guy on the show.
I think I said Chargers narrative. Like through
I can
all of these
see.
games.
Give me the Chargers in that one.
Yep.
If they get out of that close.
You already picked
December
those
10th, they
games.
host Denver. We already picked this game.
Mm-hmm.
Owen picked this as a W for the Chargers. We both picked this as a loss for Denver. Following week, they're at Las Vegas. We all picked this as a loss for the Chargers.
Yep.
Very funny. December 23rd, we picked this. They're back at home against Buffalo. I picked this as a W
Bills.
for the Raiders.
Bills.
Yep. And Owen picked this as a W for the Bills. I don't know why I
mean
picked this as
Chargers?
a W for the.
You said Raiders.
Sorry, I didn't mean Chargers. Sorry. I don't know why I picked this as a W for the Chargers, but here we are.
I don't either.
December 31st, New Year's Eve, they get to host Denver, or they go to Denver. We already picked this. I picked this as Denver W. You guys picked this as Chargers W. Last game of the season, They're home against Kansas City. L.
Yeah, come on, guys.
And I think.
Wait, hold on.
Can we scroll up and see our win totals? Because I feel like that's the difference. They're gonna need that win to make the playoffs as a wild card, and they're not gonna fucking get it. And we're gonna deprive them.
Well, you're at 5. You're at 5 wins, and me and Owen are both at 8.
Give me a Kansas City loss
because Mahomes won't be playing.
Because Mahomes won't be playing
that's a great
on the last game of the year.
You know what? I'm gonna ride that bandwagon.
I'm still gonna say Shane Buechele is gonna beat him.
It looks like it's gonna be Blaine Gabbert.
But I also have them at 5 wins, and you have them at 8.
Yep. Well, yeah. So okay. So for the season, me and Owen both have it 9 and 8. Ben, you have them at 5 and 12.
Yes, ma'am.
And as a group, we have them at 6 and 11.
Sweet. Now let's go look at what our season total is for the Chiefs.
Let's go Chiefs.
All right, the meat and potatoes of it. Hopefully.
Damn, that was a lot of ones.
Yep, that's a lot of ones. We didn't show it. Nobody got to see it. Okay, we'll do this rapid fire. We've said so much about the Chiefs.
Then just say the opponent.
Detroit, home game.
Win.
Following week, they're at Jacksonville.
Win.
I picked this as oddly enough, I did pick this as a Chiefs.
You can take it as a L. That's fine.
Because AFC South team, they're going to struggle for no reason. And I had to pick some losses for the Chiefs.
We didn't struggle against them last year,
I think we're going to take it serious because of Doug Peterson.
Because
we just beat him in the playoffs.
We beat him twice last year.
That is true.
And this is the same week that we lost to the Colts last year. We're going to not fuck that up.
Okay.
I was downtown with my friends who don't know ball.
Oh, yep. We watch pretty much every Chiefs game together.
Yeah.
But we have this running joke that a lot of times we lose the game, and me and Owen aren't watching it together. And last year, during that Colts game, me, Tina, and Joe, who was here, went to Owen's bar because we're like, well, Owen will be there, I assume. And we went there, and we were like, he's not there. And we're like, what? And we're like, because we just didn't even communicate. And we call him, and we're like, where are you at? He's like, I'm downtown watching the game with my friends. I was like, you're downtown with your friends who don't know ball?
Oh, Truman was like, Truman, be honest, do they know ball? And I was like, no.
He said, no. I was like, you were downtown with your friends who don't know ball. And then they lost. So then every time.
Non-ball knowers.
And then there's another time I was at the Bills game last year at the game with my dad's friends who do know ball. But they lost. So Owen was like, you were at the game with your friends who don't know ball. And so it's just been a running joke.
But we did figure out that at the lake with my friends who don't know ball, that's fine.
Nope.
Fine.
I still refuse that
In
one.
town, not okay.
It was D&D, baby.
I reject D&D.
We beat Jacksonville handedly.
Don't care. September 24th, home against Chicago. I will not be going to this game. We thought about going to this game. Tickets are fucking outrageous.
Home
$200
against
plus?
Chicago?
Home against Chicago.
October what?
September 24th.
September 20th.
Week 3.
I mean, I'll still take the Chiefs, but
yeah,
I could see us losing that.
Just a weird one.
No way. Not to
I'm
Justin
not.
Fields,
I'm not
man.
calling.
Struggle with a mobile quarterback.
Give me 3 now.
No way.
Following week 4, they're at the New York Jets.
I don't like that.
An L.
There's our L.
Okay. Following week, they're at Minnesota.
I'm going to that one.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
We thought about it. We talked about it as friends.
My friend from the Navy is Jesse. He still is a civilian contractor and lives in San Diego, but he's from Minneapolis, and I'm going to meet him there.
Nice.
And he's continuing on from there to Thailand for 2 weeks with his brothers.
Oh, that's cool.
On a crazy vacation.
Well, yeah, so Thailand's actually pretty cheap. A high school, a girl that went to my high school really went there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just, I met her. I was like, hey, how far does your money go in Thailand? And she's like, oh, really far. She's like, $1 gets you like 6 baht, which a baht is the Thai currency.
Oh, the Thai dollar.
Correct.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. All right. Following week, they're at
Get
Minnesota.
A lot of hand jobs for $1.
They're at Minnesota. You'll be at Minnesota.
Yeah, we're gonna win that one.
Okay.
We're gonna win that
one. The following week, they get to host Denver at home. They get to host Denver in Arrowhead.
We've already picked that, right?
Yes. We have already picked this as a W. We've already picked the following Chargers game. We all picked this as a loss. The Chargers home game.
I'm not gonna have any other losses.
Which is fair.
We're scared of the Chargers in Arrowhead.
No, I'm just scared that I have the Chiefs going 15-2, getting swept by the Chargers.
Yeah, that's not great.
Oh God, you do, don't you? That's funny.
Look at my thighs.
Oh yeah.
On the television,
dude. I get good leg definition. Yeah, there you go. I got a good.
Look at swole.
You got a good muscle right there. Yeah. Oh God, okay, I'm about to Charlie horse my calf. Oh my God, I gotta stretch that. Okay. All right. Following week, They're at Denver. We all picked this as a
of
W.
course.
Germany game, November 5th, Miami.
I have a shit feeling.
Chris Jones will for sure be here by then. If he doesn't play that Jacksonville game, I do worry about that.
Honestly, give it to the Dolphins.
Okay. Okay.
My reasoning was that it's in Germany, so there's not going to be any Miami fans.
I'm wondering if Tua will be hurt. If Tua plays that game, I do
If
worry
he's
about that
fallen
offense.
down one time, he
I
probably
don't
will
worry
be.
about it.
I
man.
worry about that worry about that offense when Tua's playing. If it's the backups, it'll fall apart.
I think Tua forces things. I think
Sad.
they're honestly in a better spot if Tua gets hurt early, and they have a backup quarterback who's throwing to Tyreek Hill, who can just make basic passes.
Like a great backup quarterback. Like
yeah,
Perhaps one
like
from
an
Kansas
all-timer,
State.
you know?
like Skylar Thompson.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
That'd be a good backup quarterback to have.
Here,
All right.
real quick, what if? My biggest what if in sports is what if Jesse Ertz never tore his ligament?
That was what I answered on the Twitter.
Yeah,
thing.
we answered the same way. yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would have been a 10-win Kansas State team.
Or more.
Yep. They were good that year.
Jesse
Sorry.
Ertz was like a fringe NFL quarterback.
Yeah,
Going into the bye week, I have the Chiefs at 7-3.
okay,
Owen has the Chiefs at 8-2.
okay.
2? I have 2 losses.
Nope. Sorry. 9-1. You're
Yeah, I was
right.
gonna say.
I probably have them at 8-2.
Ben, you have them at 7-3.
That's probably more accurate.
That Miami game. And we
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
have them losing that
It's
Miami
probably
game.
more accurate, but I'm this year's Truman. Last year, Truman picked the Chiefs at 15-1.
Or 15-2, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
So
I was, and
it's
then
my
I was,
turn to do that this year.
and then once we get into the season, I'll be low on the Chiefs every week, and Owen will be super positive on the Chiefs
Yep.
every week. Because like right now, honestly, with the preseason,
Yeah, Truman's scared.
I didn't feel it. Last year. I felt it. I was like, Mahomes has it. Mahomes has got something.
and that's why you
special
were
this
so
year.
negative throughout the whole season.
And
I
this,
think they're hiding it. Mahomes still has it, dude.
I think so.
They're not showing their hand.
I think so.
Kadarius
But
Toney isn't out there. You need to remember that.
He's not good.
he's not the Kadarius Toney's gonna be good. He's a great yak guy again.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
again, how are you
We're
going
not
to
a
judge
yak
how the
offense, bro.
season's going to go off of like 3 quarters?
Last year, the second preseason game, Mahomes plays that whole first quarter and just everything. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Everything just hit. I just was like, dude, he's got an MVP year coming. And I knew it. That's oh, wow. Yeah. Great job. Okay. All right. Following week, they are at home against Philadelphia. Out of the bye week. Thank God it's out of the bye week, I will say.
Yeah, win. Yeah.
Yeah. Loss. You think the Eagles are better than us? Oh, okay. All right. The following week, November 26th, they're at Las Vegas. We've already all picked this as a W. Following week, they're at Green Bay. It is just a little, yeah. The following week, they are at.
The pizza in there.
You can if you want.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, it won't be the first, it won't be the last. The following week, they are at Green Bay.
Win.
Yeah, you're not a Jordan Love believer.
No.
Nobody should.
Me and Owen already picked this as a W. I think at this point we can assume that if I don't say anything, me and Owen picked it as a W. December 10th, home game against Buffalo. Me and Owen both believe Buffalo has fallen off.
What week is that?
Fell off.
Is that like 15, 14, 15, 16?
No, that's like week 12 or 13.
Home against Buffalo?
Sorry, no. That is December 10th is week 14.
Is that prime
Week
time?
14, game 13.
It's got to be prime time, right?
But that means it won't be. Because the networks fuck this up every time.
Oh, you're right. They did fuck it up. It is not prime time,
It's
but
at
it
3 o'clock.
Yes, it's a 3:00 game in Arrowhead. Yes, just like it was last year. A 3:25 game.
I'll take the Chiefs.
It's the national game of the week again. Okay, December 18th, they're at New England.
Win.
Same as with me and Owen. December 25th, the Christmas game. We've already picked this. We already picked this as a W
man,
for.
I did do it.
We've already picked this as a W for the Chiefs over Las
Oh,
Vegas at home.
The
New
big
Year's
one.
Eve. in Burrowhead.
I think we put the hammer down, baby.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think we owe them one convincing win.
I think we thump them on the head and we win by 13.
And they shut up forever.
Mm-hmm.
Because every game has been close, that even if you're 2-3 against them, if you beat them by 2 touchdowns and they're never in it, that'll shut everybody up about it.
Yep.
So I love
Get
that.
a lead, keep the lead, hold it.
Yeah, no, listen.
And we'll be
dude,
there.
And then all
We'll
the
be
Chiefs
there.
have to do is just play normal. They've never played out of their minds against the Bengals when we beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we won last year, we weren't exactly playing out of our minds, and we got a little bit of help with
But
that.
just nothing
that
stupid
penalty at the
happened.
end.
Nothing stupid happened
Yeah,
last year.
nothing stupid
But
happened.
even something stupid did happen. Mahomes had that super dumb
fumble, yeah.
fumble.
Mm-hmm.
That was we should have beat them by 2 touchdowns
Yeah.
in the playoffs, honestly.
Yeah.
But
But it happens every year with the Bengals. We're playing like dog shit. They play a clean game and they win by 3, and they start talking shit from winning by 3.
we had our Bengals friend on to talk about the Bengals, break down that game, and he told us that he legitimately believed that the Bengals were the better team that game.
Mhm.
I was like, I can't possibly.
Yeah,
were
they never
never
led.
in the lead. They had to get super lucky on something that the unforced error. I mean, same with the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I'm not sure the Chiefs were the better team in the Super Bowl, but Jalen Hurts fumbling
was the best athlete in the world that night.
That is true. But Jalen Hurts fumbling that ball to Nick Bolton.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that
Twice and one didn't count.
Yeah.
You know what? Going into that game, FanDuel actually gave me odds. You're not going to believe this. On 2 Nick Bolton touchdowns, and I almost took it. I didn't.
Well, thank God you didn't, because you would have been pissed.
Oh, you'd have been going ballistic, and then you would have.
But then he fumbled that second one, and he scooped it up and scored again. And I was like, I should have taken the odds. And then they called it back, so it didn't end up. It was for nothing.
You went. It's so over to we're so back to it's so over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's over.
It's over. Yep.
Over, baby.
Yep.
I will tell you that, the fan in me really wants to say, oh, that's a catch. But I'm like, I think I tweeted this. That was one of those plays where if my team's on offense, I'm like, there's no way you can see that as a catch. But if my team's on defense, I'm like, of course that's a catch.
Yep.
But nothing will ever be as bad as that call in the Big 12 championship game against
Nothing
K-State.
will ever be as.
God. Dude, his arm was. It doesn't matter if his arm was moving forward. He hadn't let go of the ball.
Yeah.
The ball got swatted out.
He pulled
Yeah,
it
the
back.
ball. It wasn't his arm that got hit. It
Sorry.
was the fucking ball.
Nothing will ever be as bad as the Mariota sack.
Oh,
forward
my
Yeah, the forward
gosh.
progress rule with Derek Johnson.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. Because Derek Johnson's my favorite Chief of all time.
Lit him up.
And he just
instantaneous.
destroyed him.
Yep.
And-
he sodomized him.
Yeah.
They've kind of fixed that rule too,
You can't.
because the Chiefs got screwed over by that recently.
Did they retrofit it?
Yeah, because the Chiefs got screwed over by that in the Colts game, where they called Juju down by forward progress, but the ball popped out immediately upon. You all right? What do you need?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm listening.
Oh, but okay. But the ball popped out immediately upon getting hit. So even though he was down by forward progress on the call, because it popped out immediately, they called it fine. So, oh wait, dude, Hannah Learns to Read was also in the chat. That's funny. When we were talking about the Bengals. Oh my gosh, he was right there.
When?
Oh no, wait, this is an old. Never mind. I'm looking
Yeah,
at
it's
old
old.
ones. So yeah. So that's all I had for
Yeah.
that.
So yeah. What's the summary here, Truman?
Summary here.
To the Pacific Northwest.
I picked the Chiefs at 14-3. Owen picked the Chiefs at 15-2.
With 2 losses to the Chargers being the only losses.
That's so funny.
That's just not going to happen. But once again, this is what happens when you pick
We're
all
overly
games
high
and
on
you're
them.
not allowed to change games.
And Ben has them.
13 and 4.
Ben has Who do you have? Who do you has the 1 seed? Oh, okay. But 2 seed and you get the AFC Championship game anyways. Exactly.
They should have lost the fucking Ravens.
Yes, they should.
They should have lost. There is no way in the world that they should have won that game, and they lucked out that
the
a
playoffs.
quarterback fumbled on a dive.
Dude, the Bills should have lost to the Dolphins.
The Bills should have
Yes,
lost to the Dolphins.
they should
Yeah,
have.
That was crazy. Okay. Oh, as a group, we picked them at 15-2. Thanks, Owen.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Forced us to that.
You're welcome.
Nice.
Wait, now
Nice.
we got to pick our top 5. Ben, you
Swap,
got to sit
swap.
back down.
All right, well, I got to urinate. And I can't do
Oh. Well, here.
No,
Well.
sit down.
All right. We'll do it real quick.
I just want to urinate.
Okay. All right. We'll do it fast. On the bright side.
Don't change your show for me.
No, on the bright side, we know. I mean, on the bright side, we know this division pretty well.
We do.
All of us do.
So in other divisions, me and Owen have picked our top 5.
Ooh.
And we just miss on like really good defensive players.
Okay.
Because we always forget they exist. And so I've got to try not to do that here.
So what are we picking here?
So just top 5 players in the AFC West.
In the AFC West.
Yep.
Offensive and defensive?
Any position. You can pick
Starting
Justin
from
Tucker.
5 to 1.
We should have picked Justin Tucker in the AFC North, honestly.
Shit, yeah. Well, I got to think of freaking Chargers
damn.
players that I actually like. Oh, there's one.
Yeah, come on now.
I mean, Mike Williams.
I like him. I'm a fan of him.
That's number 5. Number 4, give me Max Crosby.
Okay. Oh, that's a good answer. Oof. Okay. So wait, number 4 was who? Sorry.
Max Crosby.
Oh, that was who was number 5? Sorry.
Mike Williams.
Okay. Mike Will made it.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Will made this.
Max Crosby is a good answer.
I'm gonna throw a little dart here. Give me Jimmy Garoppolo. That's a difference maker. I do not believe in the Raiders, but I.
Oh, hey,
in
are
them.
you excluding Chiefs players?
No.
Okay.
No, Travis Kelce,
Travis Kelce, number 2.
Patrick Mahomes.
Interesting. So no Chris Jones.
Who's that?
I guess not Chiefs player right now. And no Justin Herbert.
That guy who's never won a playoff game?
So neither is Mike Williams or Max Crosby.
I think they're closer than Justin Herbert.
That's fair. Okay. All right.
All right, my turn.
It's interesting. That's a good. I think
Now,
it's still a good
we
list.
should do initial and then
My turn.
At the end of the season.
reflective, yeah, because that's
Yeah.
probably not going to be accurate.
That's fair.
Mine's pretty easy. Number 5, Max Crosby. Number 4, Justin Herbert.
Okay.
Number 3, Travis Kelce. Number 2, Chris Jones. And number 1, Patrick Mahomes.
Say it again one more time. Sorry.
I'm actually going to flip 2 of them. But number 5, Max.
Mhm.
It's 2 X's, by the way.
I
Make
know.
sure you include them both or it doesn't count.
I'm just gonna go Max, and then
No,
we'll
it's
all
Max
understand who it
X.
is.
Yeah, just
It
double
needs
X.
to look like a porn star or it doesn't count.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Justin Herbert. Herbo. Then Chris Jones.
I thought it was Travis Kelce, then Chris Jones.
No, I switched it.
Okay.
Then Travis Kelce. And then Mahomes.
Man, I'm all over the place. I cannot figure out how to, because I've got one guy that I want to add in that you guys don't have, but then I don't know what to do with the rest of my list.
Who's that? Is it Eckler?
No. Okay.
It's Russell Wilson.
Oh God, no. Hell no. Don't you put that evil on me.
Is it Tim Patrick?
Okay. All right. I've got it.
The Patrick Surtain, Truman?
Yes. Number 5, Chris Jones.
Well,
Dang.
Number 4. Damn it! I closed the list. Justin Herbert.
very passionate.
Okay,
about
well,
his
we
list.
know the rest of them.
Number 3,
Patrick Surtain.
Kelsey.
What? Your Patrick Surtain is not better.
I've got to give some amount of respect somewhere.
This is the Patrick Surtain show. We'll be right back.
Yes. Truman actually says incomplete.
Actually, I put Pat Surtain. Pat Surtain at number 1. Actually, sorry, Mahomes
Oh,
number 2.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Pat Surtain the second, at second, and Mahomes at number 1.
You did it just because he's a second.
No, it's a
in here.
lie. It's a lie. Who's,
kinda funny.
number 2 for real? It was Patrick Surtain. Jesus Christ.
Isaiah Pacheco.
Man, I hope Isaiah Pacheco's good again.
It's Echo Boydo, actually.
Is he gonna make team?
Yeah, dude.
He's
Yeah.
going to make the practice squad.
I haven't seen the list.
I don't think
It's-
I haven't seen predictions.
I don't think
yet.
he'll make the 53. I think he'll make the practice squad.
Interesting. Okay, but there you go.
But he's not doing anything to work himself out of conversations.
No. he's been
Yeah,
playing
Dave
well.
Tobe likes him, so he could
And
get
same with Felix, man.
Felix.
Felix has been living in the backfield.
Well, the first week of training camp,
He did look bad,
he looked bad.
but
and
he
there
had
was-
thumb surgery.
There was very much a story about how the Chiefs kind of fucked their first round pickup, and ever since nobody has said that.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
He's been
I mean,
looking
gonna
really
be
good.
If he takes the George
I
Karloff,
think I saw you tweet something like that today, where you're like,
I did.
You're like,
If he takes the George
Felix
Karloff,
haters have been quiet lately.
Suddenly, yeah, everybody's shut the fuck up about how Felix isn't that good.
Yeah.
If he takes the George Karlaftis Ross, I'll be fine with it.
7 sacks.
Yep.
Yeah. Or he had like 5.5 regular season, I think. No, 6.
No, he had 7 because we made the bet.
I thought the bet was 6, or I thought the bet was 5.5.
No, it was over 5.5, and he was at 1 going into week 10, and then he had a 1 sack.
He turned on the
5
Jets
weeks in a row.
in the second half. Yeah.
And Truman was like, "Oh my gosh."
I wonder what this D line looks like with Chris Jones.
We'll see.
Because that'll open up so much.
He's gonna
earlier.
fucking play.
And Felix has a great opportunity now with Omenahue out. He has a great opportunity to
6 weeks?
Yeah. He's a great opportunity to
You're
assert. No, it's all right. To
I
assert
really
himself.
doubt that Chris Jones is actually going to sit out 7 weeks.
No, he's not sitting out till week 8. He'll be there. He's just people are. What I will say is annoying is that once the players respond, I would say shut the fuck up. Like the people that have said stuff and then Chris Jones responds to them on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then they double down and they're like, yeah, you're fucking worthless. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah, it's like
Chris Jones needs to drop his phone
yeah.
until his contract is signed.
Yeah. It's like you did tweet into the ether and it's bad. And yeah, Chris Jones did respond, but you got caught and you apologize.
But Chris Jones is just fucking trolling him
Owen?
anyway.
Yeah.
Right, Owen? You get caught and you
freedom of
apologize.
speech guy, but it pisses me off.
Yeah, I guess.
Man,
I sort of
when Chris
apologized,
Jones
but I was
knows
still
what
right.
this is doing to our team, and he's out here trolling people.
Yeah, I mean he always trolls on Twitter though.
I know, but like, fuck, dude. If this is really that big a deal for you,
He's just having fun. I don't care. It's just Twitter.
I don't care. But it's a look.
Well, what Truman was talking about is that I tweeted about how Darwin Thompson would get
Owen did get caught doing this one time.
People were having a discussion and talk about how Darwin Thompson was bad. And I said he's not that bad. He just needs to get better at pass pro, and then he'll play more. And then he replies to me and says, "Who said that?" And then Andy Reid,
Darwin Thompson?
yes,
Darwin Thompson responded.
and then Andy Reid, 36 hours after that tweet, said, "Yeah, he needs to work on pass pro." So I was like,
it wasn't like 36.
"Yes, it was."
It was also like
you
Eric.
influenced
It was
that
also
shit.
Eric Bieniemy. It wasn't Andy.
No,
Reid.
it was Andy Reid.
It was not Andy Reid.
I'll find the presser.
It couldn't have been Eric Bieniemy, or you would have had a knuckle sandwich emoji. That's the only way Eric Bieniemy would have responded.
Yeah, exactly.
He threatened him with
But
violence.
anyway, one of the Chiefs coaching staff, I don't think it was Bieniemy, but for this to not have an argument, something silly, said yes, he needs to work on pass pro. So I was like, okay, well your coaches said that, buddy. But
Yes.
I'm just a casual AM radio listener, buddy.
yeah, bro, I'm just a fan who watches the game and notices that your pass pro isn't good.
I'm
And
just
then he
a
went on the
ball
practice
knower.
squad. Now he's out of the league.
It's simple. I
don't
just
you be a
show
ball
up and no
thrower?
ball.
Yeah.
Or a
Well,
ball
anyway,
goer.
speaking about goers, thank you for the people who go to our Patreon and support
God, if
us.
somebody's still tuned in at this point,
Dude.
Well,
Thank
yeah,
God.
yeah, dude.
If
We have a hardcore fans.
Also, yeah, also
Anyhow,
2
to our
hours,
listeners.
16 minutes into an episode. We appreciate you guys for showing up. We appreciate everybody for being here. Yes, and shout out the Patreon, members. Patreon.
Joe, Skylar, Dylan, Meltbox, and Aaron.
Yes,
and
shout
you
out.
could have watched Titanic with that time tonight, but you didn't.
That's right.
You
I think
tuned in here.
Titanic's 3 hours. Titanic's long.
Listen, dog, just
Well,
listen.
let me go piss and let's see what we can do here.
Yeah, right.
yeah, just listen to us on your commute to work. Just listen to us on your commute to work like I do.
Yeah, I
And
need
if
to. I
you-
need to go to bed. I gotta be up at 6
If
again.
if you live in Kansas City and you work in Manhattan, listen to this on your commute to work.
Hey, yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Hey, when you're on your way out
Otherwise,
to
it's the week's drive.
this Saturday, you're on your way out to the K-State home opener.
Let's go.
Put this game on.
You should be pulling up right now. Tuttle Creek Boulevard.
yeah, exactly.
Do.
Make that exit.
Put on this podcast
Cats, baby.
and then switch it to Dahlroot.
And don't lock those pinkies. God damn it! Can I address this really quick? Is it over?
Sure. No.
Stop it with this. I see players do it.
But
and-
crossing their pinkies?
Oh my God!
No.
This is not the way. You don't cross the pinkies. Just bang those hands together like this. That's the mob, fam. God damn it! All right.
Fair enough.
Now for our
Rant
sponsors.
over.
All right.
Now for our sponsors. Me. I'm the sponsor.
I'm
Owen.
the sponsor. I'm the sponsor.
Truman's the sponsor.
Let them have it, Truman.
yeah, I'm the sponsor. That's
Thanks,
right.
guys. Hey, go twitter.com/Steam Machine, twitter.com/Owen Gosh Dominant, twitter.com/EVRY Man a Wildcat.
It's not every. It's every.
Every. Yes.
Every
Man a Wildcat. I guess you're not on Reddit.
Reddit.com.
No,
No, I'm off Reddit. Oh, fuck Reddit.
No.
Yeah, dude, you
Fuck
got
Spez.
hit by the mods.
Fuck you, you Spez. You
Yes.
ruined Reddit, Spez.
Yes. Fuck Spez.
Exactly.
And then, TikTok. What? Steam Machine. YouTube. Open Disaster Productions. If you're listening on Spotify or YouTube,
Apple Music.
like, comment, subscribe, rate it all. Do it everything. Do all the things, or do nothing if you feel like that also. But we appreciate you for being here. We'll see you guys next week. Next week, we gotta do hot take special, right?
Yeah, dude.
And then we do Chiefs preview. We'll do both those things. Don't worry.
Season 4.
Don't worry, we're gonna get to the Chiefs. We haven't previewed them yet.
Season 4, first episode. Episode 157 next week.
Season 4 premiere. We're ready.
Woo! We've been doing this for a
Alrighty.
long time, boys.
Thank you again, everybody. Thank you for being here. We really do appreciate it. Again, I've been your host, Truman and Owen, my co-host, Owen. Gosh, damn it, Owen the bomb.
Gosh, darn.
Kaboom.
Owen Dahm, and then Ben. We appreciate you for being
Ben,
I
Ozzy, every
can't
minute
thank you
longer.
guys enough for having me on this. It was a very big honor.
here.
Of course, man.
It's an honor to have you on here. But alrighty, we'll see you guys next week. We'll have even more fun. See you guys.
I'll keep thinking of it.
Just keep going. Hell yeah.